welcome back to Tyranny and the Dragonlords. Last we left off, after travelling between a few towns in the Kingdom of Warmore, you're located on the continent of Kalimdor, and arriving in the small city of Ravenhold in the late afternoon on a Saturday, you were given a letter by the town guards from a Lord Hayward inviting you to lunch the following day. One of the guards suggested that you find a tavern until then and recommended the Yawning Chestnut in the Trade District. You made your way there and purchased rooms for the night before you decided to wash up and rest after multiple days of travel. Gen and Bell, on the other hand, set out into the city to try and gather information about the new place that you were in. Bell headed to another tavern in the Trade District called the Raven's Nest and learned a few rumors, particularly about the hierarchy of power within the city and the nobles that run it. Gen wandered the city to get a lay of the land and also gain some valuable information. Eventually, after a few hours of this information gathering, the two of you returned back to the tavern with someone bumping into Gen on the way and leaving a message in his pocket, which wasn't unusual to him. He read the note and destroyed it before following in everyone else and retiring from you. After a long rest and good night's sleep, the group came together and discussed what Gen and Bell had learned the night before and their plans going forward. In particular, over breakfast given to you by the waitress Shaniela, you discussed the rumors that surrounded the noble Council of Five and their families, and the lunch with Lord Hayward that was to occur that day. You then decided to have Bell and Gen do some more information gathering for a few hours, while Anethra and Kaelin, with Grudok acting as bodyguard, decided to do some clothes shopping to make sure they were presentable for lunch. And Anethra got a lovely dress and Kaelin a nice suit. Next, you visited Hayward's Hides and Handicrafts, a leatherworking shop that was attended by Lord Hayward's cousin Grayson. While there, you noticed that the shop sold leather collars that looked pretty much identical to the ones that you looted from the bodies of the dire wolves. Kaelin purchased a few for the group just in case, and then you met back up with Gen and Bell, who shared a few other rooms that you learned about. When you arrived at Lord Hayward's estate, you were met by a gentleman by the name of Bernard, who spoke with you and explained that he was Lord Hayward's butler. He confirmed that you were his... I don't know if butler's the right word for medieval times.
Yeah.
He confirmed that you were Lord Hayward's intended guests, and then he led you inside to a foyer on the left side of the building. While there, Anethra cast Detect Magic to see if there was anything of note in the room. While there was some ambient magic on a few different items, the most notable was a wolf's head on the wall that had traces of transmutation and necrotic magic. Obviously, this was suspicious and slightly concerning, but before you could discuss or think on it more, you were welcomed into the dining room with Lord Hayward. An attractive human male in his mid to late 30s. You met his head of security and bodyguard, Sir Roderick, and were served a wonderful midday meal of cheeses and meats and fruits and pheasant. And all that good stuff. Lord Hayward was particularly interested in Gen's helmet and commented that he knew of a man that lived in Highmore called Lucian, who collected helmets and masks from all over the world. Some even looked similar to Gen's. He then turned his attention to Grudok and asked about his orcish heritage, making a comment about knowing that black steel orcs, aka those with grey skin, were primarily blacksmiths, and that he could respect it because his family had been leatherworkers and hunters for ages. Bell questioned Lord Hayward about his intentions for inviting them for lunch, and informed him of the purpose here in Ravenhold, to discuss and dismantle a group of werewolves that were in the area with intentions against the Empire. Lord Hayward noted that there had been children and older people going missing in recent months, in particular in the slums. Letting you know that he'd bring you consent to the council tomorrow at dinner, he invited you to attend that meeting and then and dinner with the council members and the commoners' ball, which would follow after that. You agreed, and before the discussion could continue further, Bernard interrupted, and thereafter Lord Hayward had to leave. He offered you a house to stay in the noble district for as long as you were here, which was relatively close to the Hayward estate. After setting up in the house, all of you except Kaelin changed into commoners' clothes and set out into town to try and investigate. Gen and Bell stayed in the noble district, while Anethra and Grudok headed to the slums. While investigating, Gen and Bell found Lord Ashcroft's estate where the ball was being set up and cornered a worker in the streets, knocking him out and borrowing his clothes. Bell went into the estate as a worker and explored a bit. He scouted the ballroom and wandered the house, accidentally finding himself in the Lord's study, meeting Lord Ashcroft in the process. After being dismissed by him, Bell immediately ran into Melissa Ashcroft, Lord Ashcroft's heir, who hinted that her grandfather was starting to lose it a bit and showed signs of memory loss. Griddock and Anethra found themselves in the slums, where you explored and tried to learn more about the missing children. You learned that there are a few dozen that had gone missing, at least 20, with some young boys called Flynn and Colin being two that were known about. Anethra was able to question a few individuals and drop the names of noble houses with the intention of stirring contention amongst them. Of particular note, you learned that there may be some contention regarding the Wakefield house and their involvement with the disappearances of the children. One of the people you questioned was a blacksmith who was very much intrigued by Nethra's sword and questioned her about it. He warned you to be careful of the number of people you killed with it before going back to his work. Before leaving the slums, Anethra was followed by someone that she wasn't able to see, so she used detect magic and realized that the person was invisible. When she put her hand to her weapon, the individual disappeared. After meeting back up, you exchanged information again, and then retired for the evening. The next day, Belle went shopping for some massive clothes, and then almost at 6 you arrived at the Ashcroft estate for the meeting and dinner. Belle entered first, announcing Kaelin and Anethra, with the Council of Five standing there waiting for you. Lord Hayward welcomed you, said it would be served momentarily, and that is where we begin today's session. Session. This is the council, if you need a refresher.
I shoot them.
I cast fireball.
I cast fireball.
In terms of images, I think this one's probably the least accurate, but he is pretty old and just like
Decrepit.
chunky and...
I know.
I don't think the clothes are probably appropriate, but everything else is pretty much okay.
Close down purple.
It is currently early evening on Monday, the 23rd of April, in the year 846. So, Belle went in first, announced Anethra and Kaelin. They went in next. You guys didn't enter straight away, or at all. You probably won't be in there for dinner. But you see the five of them standing before you. Lord Hayward invites you to sit down. And the table is big enough for 10 people, but
Cool.
the bodyguards probably aren't welcome to the... if you're keeping up the image of bodyguards. Oh.
So are they? So we have. I don't know why I'm so nervous.
Just don't say anything.
This is slightly less important than... Like, this is mostly you just explaining why you're here.
Okay, and
If you
this
don't make it
is-
too much pressure or anything.
So there's those 5 people.
Okay, so there's just those 5.
And it's okay.
So there's Lord Gareth Hayward, Harwin Ashcroft, Lionel Blackburn, Elisha Fastos, and Sydney Wakefield. Gareth and Sydney are in their mid-30s. Lionel is in his mid-20s. Harwin is older. if you guesstimated his age, he'd be almost 70. I can't even tell what this music is, but...
And his granddaughter isn't.
His granddaughters, no one else is there. Like, even Sir Roderick that was with Gareth Hayward earlier at his place isn't in there. So you went in, there's the table, everyone there. There's another table going to a kitchen, presumably.
Well, I'll sit.
Okay, so
Very large shirt.
No, that's for, what's the bucket?
Belle is sitting with us, right? Or
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
just your body?
Belle was like, we didn't really establish exactly what you are in relation to Kaelin, but you're like considered as good friend or best friend or whatever.
Friends with benefits.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm offended on behalf of my make-believe husband.
Lord Hayward says your bodyguards can stand outside. They're welcome
We
to.
know they can.
They're welcome to. Actually, that's a good point. They're welcome to wander to the kitchens if they want, get some food, but we have some important business to discuss.
My stomach is in my throat, guys.
Hayward
What the
sits
fuck?
down, and then the others start sitting down. And I assume everyone else sits down.
Yeah.
You sit down. Yeah. Like you three are sitting basically like on one side. Lord Ashcroft is at the end, and then I would say Hayward's at the other end, and then the other 3 are on the other side. So yeah, it probably fits 8 people. So it'd be like, I'm Harwin, Hayward's there, your party's here, the other nobles are here. We'll go with that. And then he just like, Lord Ashcroft rings a little bell, and then food starts coming in. And it's just, it's your typical like really good dinner meals. It's nothing like
Wait, so you said it's Ashcroft and Hayward?
Yeah, Ashcroft is at the head of the table, because even though it's a council meeting, technically it's still his.
Ashcroft's the wealthy.
Ashcroft is the older one that's going senile and the most wealthy, yes.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought.
This is his.
So this is his.
I had the ball as well.
Yeah, this the ball and the mansion are the same. Like, it's his mansion, which is why he's at the head of the table and why he's the one bringing out dinner. But it is still like a council meeting. It's not like they're meeting with him.
Yeah.
So Gareth says, "You look lovely in that front."
She's engaged.
So that one time.
I'm just gonna bow my head. Grace.
Try to breathe.
I'm feeling like Keira Knightley in the first Pirates movie. God damn!
Ashcroft gets a little scolding and is like, "Lord Hayward, she is intended to be married to Lord Kalen here. You don't need to flirt with everyone you meet." And you can see a little bit of like just annoyance on Gareth's face. He's not trying to hide it.
This one's Gareth, right?
Yeah, Gareth is the one you guys. This one's Gareth.
No.
This is the main guy you guys have met with.
So he's trying to flirt with that?
Yeah, he's a little flirty.
Take your glove off and make some.
Do I have a handkerchief? I
Charge
can
you
just...
to a duel.
Sydney rolls her eyes at the flirting because she's seen it before. Yeah, she's the big movie.
Also the only one.
Yeah, the only one.
Female.
And Lionel says, "Save it for after dinner. Like, we'll talk after dinner. Let's just eat and enjoy the food now." So unless you guys want to say something, you guys can just eat. And then
I'll wait until like.
Yeah.
'Cause I see, yeah.
It's Lionel.
Lionel. Wait, no. Harwin.
So
Harwin.
which one of you has been
Lionel
kidnapping
Richie.
children?
Hold on, you made me confused. What's Ashcroft's first name?
Harwin.
Harwin, sorry.
And then Hayward's first name?
Gareth.
Jared. Okay, wait. So who is
Lionel Blackburn.
Lionel
That's the
Blackburn?
middle guy?
Can
Yeah,
I write their names on these pictures,
Yeah, that'll be-
please?
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
like
it's
underneath, like.
Are they on the back?
Yeah, they're on the
Okay,
back.
well, let's-
I mean,
okay.
like if you write like underneath, so
I know,
can
so I'm
see.
gonna write on the bottom.
I meant like.
You meant like on the back of the name.
Oh,
So
I'm
you
doing
can
it.
see it.
I'm doing it on here.
Big.
This isn't like super important, but just do a perception check.
Gareth Hayward.
It's tiny.
Ooh, that's bad.
Oh, it's not
Eight.
like it's not. Wait, what was it? Eight.
Eight.
It's not that. It's not important. It's just like you can't really tell how old Elishor Fastos
Gotcha.
is.
20,000 years.
He like
30,000.
he looks. I mean, they like elves get to adulthood quick, and then they stay there basically,
Don't worry, I'll take it.
and then they age like.
And he's the one that married a black elf, dark elf.
Yep.
Lionel
Black
Blackburn.
elf.
It's Lionel Blackburn, right?
Yeah.
Lionel Richie.
It's stop saying that. You're gonna fuck with my head. Sydney.
That's the only girl. Shouldn't
Sydney.
Big Blue Witch girl.
Wakefield.
Yeah, it's very Salem Witch Tribe. Salem Witch Tribes. Yeah. Salem Witch Tribe.
And this is Elishor.
What the hell her name is that?
I know. He got a little fancy with it.
I don't get fancy. I just go to elf name generators on Google.
Well,
And then go to ones that look not stupid.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of freaking stupid ones.
Yeah.
As you're sitting down and enjoying the food and everything, like you kind of like start looking around the room a little bit more, and above and behind their seats are their house sigils. And so they're always in the same spots. Gareth Hayward's you've already seen before. It's a yellow gold trim on dark navy blue with a white raven. Behind Lord Ashcroft at the head of the table is silver trim on pure white with a silver grey ash tree in the middle. Lionel Blackburn behind him is blue trim on white with a black wolf head. Behind Lord Fastos is white trim on deep brown with a light grey stag in the middle. Behind Sydney Wakefield is deep red trim on pure white with 3 gold stalks of wheat. And so that's just their past sigils behind them.
Wow, this is way too official, and we do not belong here.
But they think we do.
Get ready for a lot of
Where you
charisma
get
checks.
Yeah.
Alright.
Gotta like organize my notes.
Actually, I don't have charisma. Cards.
Next time you can be
You're
the
not allowed to be
friend.
there.
Okay, just gonna like skip ahead if you guys are not going to say anything else.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so the meal finishes up. Gareth takes the lead because he's the one that's talked to you before. And he says, I have given them the basics, but explain why you're here.
Hey, I'm the woman, I don't speak.
And I'm not playing Caitlin while talking to myself, so...
Well, as I'm sure you've heard of the failed assassination attempt on Prince so-and-so at the circus in Dawn-Crest,
Yep.
we are here to investigate more rebellious activity against the Empire, specifically dealing with werewolves. Our leads have taken us here, and our investigation is underway.
Lord Ashcroft does a hearty old man chuckle and says, werewolves in Ravenhold?
Werewolves and Ravenhold.
I've never heard of such a thing. That seems absurd.
I'm gonna laugh, because I'm going to assume that's a joke.
Everyone else laughs.
Yeah.
Lord
Are you-
Ashcroft, while it may seem rather humorous, the idea and appearance of werewolves, the interaction was very real and very threatening to Prince Elazar. It was quite alarming, and there were several casualties alongside some of our own. So, while this may appear to be a light-hearted matter, we do come in all seriousness to investigate this matter further.
I'm sure that the attack on the prince was terrible, but are you sure that there's werewolves here? What? Here in Ravenhold?
Our investigation, as long as it has been, has indicated that there are potential groups that are seeking to usurp the throne and usurp the empire. While our methods have been maybe less than normal, we can assure you with our guarantee, at least the guarantee of House Valinor, that we come with assurance that there are, if not werewolves, the potential to grow a werewolf clan within your grounds.
He seems to be thinking about it for a second, and Sydney speaks up and is like, really, Harwin, is it so hard to believe that there would be werewolves?
Of course you would believe it. You fucking witch!
Hey, character, right?
You fucking witch there, mate!
You just...
Sorry.
Don't go on tangents! I'm getting distracted!
Sorry.
Did you say that out loud?
No!
Say it like that again, I'll make sure you say it out loud. Ella Shore is the very quiet type. You can kind of just tell that, the elf. He's not really like... He's like paying attention, but he's not the talkative type. He's like Kaelin.
Freaking sun elves.
Frickin' son
Or
of
high elves.
He's a high elf, yeah. Freaking Sun Elf Kaelin's the other one here.
Yeah.
Lionel...
Lionel.
Babe, seriously, that's distracting.
Lionel.
I don't even remember what I was going to say now. I need to go through something.
Wow.
Did it seem like, was it Ashcroft that was saying, like, werewolves here? Was it Ashcroft or who was that?
That was
Ashcroft.
Ashcroft, yeah.
Did it seem like he was joking?
He seemed a bit disbelieving, is what it was.
Wait, so did you actually laugh at that?
I did
Yeah.
at first, but like if I could tell that it wasn't a joke, I'll be like,
Ashcroft is thinking about it for a little bit.
You're so funny.
I'll even say, like, the reputation for werewolves here in Ravenhold exceeds the boundaries of your own town. I'd assume that the 4 or 5, ruling houses of this town have been aware of the problem. At least I'd hope so.
We've known about the missing children and older homeless people, Lionel says. But we didn't have any reason to believe that it was connected to werewolves. Gareth says, my family have been hunting werewolves for generations, but even that is one werewolf every few years. It's not a... You're implying there's some kind of pack here.
Yes.
I'm realizing now we should have taken like a tuft of like fur or something.
Do you have any proof of your claims? Not that we don't believe you. Ella Shaw. This is Ella Shaw now.
Who has the collars, yeah.
And
If proof, are we going to do this?
if proof is asked, we can provide, though what we have is something far darker than a tuft of fur or a tooth.
Can I do something risky? Would you hate me?
No, go for it.
I'm just gonna say the words that were on the collar in like the elf, whatever language, and I want to see like reactions. I'm just gonna like list them off and like look them all in the eyes.
Okay. Read them off. Do you have the notes?
I think I might have the words. Hang on.
And are you going to be looking at any one in particular?
I'm gonna be not.
I think as soon as he starts saying the words.
So okay.
I'm gonna look at Wakefield first. I'm just gonna go down because she's like the one that.
Because it's like if you guys are on this side, it's Haywood, then Blackburn, then Rothastos, then Wakefield, then.
So I'll look at Wakefield, and then I'll just kind of like bounce around.
Okay.
Okay, hang on.
But I definitely want to look at her first.
You're gonna think you're gonna like curse at them or something. Imagine it turns like a spell or whatever that everyone becomes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
The words are submission, fear, hunger, control, and anger.
Oh, perfect. One for each of them.
Oh, so you can literally go.
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
I'm gonna say, like, are you saying it off? Okay, I gotta clarify.
Yeah.
You're saying one word while looking at one of them, and then
Yeah.
doing it like that.
Yeah.
Do 5 insight checks, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, do I need to do insight checks because I'm looking? If he's looking that way,
I would say he has. I don't know how to do it without just making it like, oh my god, you have advantage on every roll. But that's basically how it would work. So you have advantage on every roll.
Okay. So first one. Am I doing perception or what?
Insight.
Insight. Cool. So that's a 7.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 5.
Wait. Okay.
That was Wakefield.
That was Wakefield. Okay. Next person.
Gosh. That's a 5. 1 and a 3.
Okay. Who was that?
I don't know. Let's see. We'll say.
that was Wakefield.
So Ashcroft's at the end.
So yeah.
So Wakefield, and then if you want to go the other way, it
Yeah.
would be Elishor next.
7.
What
2
the-
and a 5.
Stop! Get new dice!
And so now it's Lionel.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
What's your modifier?
Oh, right. So 22.
Okay. Then Gareth is last.
Okay, so that'll be a 16.
Everyone knows there's the first 3 tries.
Right?
The people we maybe suspected the most.
The Pearson at least medium suspect.
Hold on, I just gotta think for a second.
Yeah, take your time.
I think about the order.
Take your time. This is definitely like.
I also kind of want to know what, like, how you're reacting when I'm saying this.
Well, I feel like as soon as you say the word submission, my eyes would perk up and it'd be like, oh shit, he's saying the words.
Yeah.
And I feel like my eyes, like I would immediately look to whoever's across, and then seeing your head turn, be like, oh, okay.
Trying to, like, get a bigger view.
Yeah.
That's the way my brain thinks about it.
Okay. So it's on the bottom shelf of the pantry thing, yeah. So the only one that had any kind of even remotely visible reaction to you. Because you rolled poorly on 2,
Yeah.
medium on 1, and then higher on 2, was it? I think. The only one that had any kind of twitch in her eye was Sydney.
Okay.
That's not because of
Right.
anything. I just rolled high on a couple of the rolls. And Lionel says, what the hell does that mean? Lionel being the mid-20s year old.
Oh yeah, we see him.
Which one's right?
Lionel's
Lionel's
the...
that one. Blackburn.
Those are the words that we found inscribed on 3 leather collars. I'm just going to fall in at this point.
Yeah.
Go!
There's not any like particular
Attached
reason
to-
not to.
Attached around the necks of 3 werewolves that encountered us on our way here, coming from the direction of this town. When we dealt with the werewolves, we found them to be children, coming also from this town. Question, should I say anything about the assassin?
Not yet.
Okay.
No. I can't see.
Not to mention that the group of... What was the name of the person that we intercepted that had like the group of people coming here originally?
Igor,
Uh,
I think his name was, the werewolf that had the group of bandits.
Yeah.
I think his name was Igor.
Ivan?
Ivan, you're right. Igor might have
Black
been something.
Fang. It's the Black Fang group. Ivan is the head.
I'm gonna commit to just full on werewolf. So, not to mention, we encountered Ivan on our way here, luring a group of bandits to join the werewolf group here, under the name of Black Fang. And I don't know if anyone reacts to the word Black Fang.
Do a insight check with advantage, just as a general thing. It isn't like particularly because you can't look at Black Fang for each person.
Yeah. So,
Black
yeah,
Fang.
16.
Let's go black thing. Black thing. Black thing. Black
Yeah.
Sydney seems to recognize the name.
Fuck!
Freaking
This is not me intentionally
Yeah.
being just picking on Sydney. She's just rolling poorly as hell. Sydney like recognizes the name Black Fang. The others don't say anything. And Harwin speaks up as like the head of the table. He's like, "So you're saying that Ravenhold has a pack of werewolves led by someone called Black Fang, who is fighting back against the Empire and turning children into werewolves? Is that what?"
Did we specifically say they were turning children?
I
Yeah,
did
he
say
did. He did.
werewolves.
That's what I'm clarifying. I swear he said children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just
I'm
saying.
not saying that as him
Yeah,
like
yeah.
saying
Yeah.
something incriminating.
Okay.
I will say,
he's in disbelief. He he's older and has never had like this kind of issue before.
okay, I'm
So
gonna,
it's
I'm
just
gonna
like-
try to strong arm it for a second. I hope nobody hits me. But we are here under direction of the Empire. The Empire, as I'm sure you're aware, the nobility themselves would react much harshly than we are here for much less. We want to be resolving this as quickly and quietly as possible. I'm sure you can appreciate and agree with us then. But yes,
Of course, tales of the Empire's retaliation have reached even our ears. We are quite aware of how they take to dissenters. Is that the word? People that dissent in this Empire.
Lord Ashcroft, I don't mean to overstep my bounds.
You couldn't do that.
These were children. And our group, in an attempt to defend ourselves, murdered these children. Their bodies bled as they were tortured. Hugo, Elizabeth, Sherwin, lie dead in our camp. children that are missing are under a curse, and they cannot relieve themselves, and they stay in the wilderness being slaughtered. And you sit here eating your fancy plates of pheasant and lifting bowls. And personally, this is such a show of lack of care for your people. And we're disgusted by your inaction towards your people. These are your people. These are the people that give you your position.
We've been investigating disappearances. It's been happening for months. Of course we've been investigating.
For months. What has been done besides investigating? Do these women know where those children are?
I mean, from our reports, they're mostly homeless. So no, their mothers don't know where they are.
I'm throwing
All the emotion.
all the emotion into this.
Do a performance check.
Okay.
That one.
Hold on, I have. Shit!
How emphatic is it?
I'm so fucking scared.
It's not like, this isn't a bad roll, it's just to see how
No,
much you're
but-
actually like...
How am I Amber Heard crying, or is
Yeah,
this
that's,
good?
that's basically it.
It's a performance check.
Yeah.
17. I got real tears, bitch.
Do me proud.
You got 20, you actually get the crest.
Owen actually seems like kind of contemplative and a little ashamed.
Shut. Children. Also,
Owen.
did anyone notice that I totally bullshitted the other two kids?
I was wondering
Yeah,
if I
I
don't remember
don't
those
remember
names.
I was like, yeah.
So, I said Hugo because we do know the kid's name is Hugo, and then I said Elizabeth, and I said Sherwin because I feel like those are.
Yeah. Plus, would they actually know the names of the people?
No, of course they wouldn't.
I do want to say at this point now. Oh, freak! What was I going to say? Oh, because you were talking about the investigation, so I'll be like, you've been investigating. Where have your investigations led you?
That's a good question, Sydney. Where have they led you? Because I think you guys learned last session that Sydney was like sending guards into the slums or something. If I
Yeah.
remember right.
People were scared of them.
Yeah.
Or at least the
Oh
one
yeah,
lady
people
was.
were scared of the Wakefield house specifically.
Like that woman was like that you were following, right? Or
Yeah.
you were following.
Yeah, she was scared of them.
Sydney just says, I've been... She doesn't seem like uncaring, she's just kind of nonchalant about everything. She's like, you guys haven't seen Game of Thrones.
No, we haven't.
I'm picturing just Cersei when
When
I
I
picture
was-
her. But she's kind of like a little arrogant, also nonchalant. Typical stuck-up noble kind of thing. She's like, my house guard have been working with the town guard and investigating in the slums in Old Town. We've received reports of a few dozen children. We haven't been able to locate them. We're doing everything we can. That's what she says.
And you have no idea who's been taking them or for what purpose?
We have no indication that it was a werewolf pack, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Werewolves can transform at will. So,
The werewolves that we speak of, we do not believe that they can transform at will. Being children, they only revert back to their child forms once killed,
Or their colors removed.
or the collar is removed. What steps are you going to take? Investigation is clearly not enough in this scenario.
so when the collars are brought up again, Gareth's like, is this why your bodyguard mentioned collars yesterday? You think it has something to do with my collars that are sold at the shop?
We know it does. The colors are the same make. Whether or not you are
What proof
involved,
do you have of that?
we have the colors. Whether or not you are involved is still not.
Sydney says, show us. If you have them. I want to
Okay.
see these
I'm
magic
gonna-
collars for myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna lean over to.
Rudolph's not in there.
I know. I'm leaning over to Kaylin
Okay.
and going.
Will you send for our gods?
Come in.
Kaylin can't really send for him because he's the noble, but like,
Yeah.
Belle, go grab them.
Yeah. I'll go go out and be like, oh gosh.
He's like, I fucked up.
Were you guys going to be doing anything, or are you just going to be standing outside the door? We'll move to you now. Because we can go back, rewind time a little bit.
I mean,
They're not there.
Because it has been... They were eating for about half an hour. Talking's been going for probably 10 minutes at least.
Can I say that, like, while they were eating, I was honestly just, like, picking at my food, if that?
Yeah. So what were you guys
Because I
doing?
did mock
I
them
was
for-
kind of wanting to look around a bit. Because
Yeah.
they said we go to the kitchens.
Yeah,
Right?
they invited you to go to the kitchens.
Yeah.
They didn't explain where the kitchens were, so...
So I got lost. I just started wandering around.
Are there guards around?
There's... I mean, the whole building is pretty busy because, like, as
You're
soon
not
as this
ball.
dinner is done, the ball is starting, basically. If you guys went to the ballroom, it would be pretty full already. They're just kind of milling about, waiting for nobles to, like, waiting for the council to show up. But are you looking... Because Belle went exploring and found the Lord's study. But are you, like, trying to look for anything in particular? Trying to, like...
What were you wanting to? It didn't sound like you wanted to
You-
look around.
You would know that the kitchens are usually, like, in the dungeons, maybe? Like, not dungeons, but, like, not on ground level.
I need to roll for it.
Dungeons by virtue of
See what he
being underground.
says.
So I'll probably be looking for the kitchens, but
Yeah.
like keeping an eye out for themselves.
If you're going to wander off, do investigation checks.
Y'all, this is stressing me out.
Ooh.
They're not going to fight us in the middle of a meeting, though.
No, obviously, but we did just accuse them of potentially creating
I got
callers that were
dirty
able
20.
to enslave children
Yeah.
into
Investigation?
werewolves, so...
Yeah.
Nat 20.
We're protected by the name of the
total
Empire.
of 23.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular, or are you just trying to wander for a while? And...
You said that you weren't able to like explain the entire thing, right?
No.
Because, like, he went into the Lord's study, but he couldn't even look in the Lord's study at all because Poe and Ashcroft was in there.
Yeah.
So if there was anything in there, you wouldn't have been able to find it.
How guarded was it? Can I look for?
Well, because I was like upstairs.
the thing?
Yeah, it was upstairs.
Yeah.
It wasn't too far, like, it wasn't deep in the building because he found it pretty quickly. But
Okay, I want to try to
Because they were expecting us
find
to
the
stay there or
study.
around the kitchen.
And if you want, you can go explore like around that area.
like kitchen,
I'm
underground a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
see if
I'm
there's
gonna
anything
like
there.
sneak upstairs, see if I can get into his office real quick.
Okay,
Stress me the fuck
what did
out.
you roll for your investigation?
Dirty 20.
Oh, bloody hell. You find the kitchens. There's plenty of, there's like a dozen or two workers going in and out the kitchens, like walking with trays, serving trays and stuff like that. Because they're not having
Don't carry them like that.
Why not?
Because they're fucking heavy.
movies beg to differ.
Fucking heavy.
They're carrying serving trays and drinks and little finger foods and stuff. Just kind of going and serving the commoners and the other food. This is another thing, I don't know if you guys know this. You pay attention?
I didn't know if you guys noticed.
Know this. But, like, the council is led by 5 nobles, but that doesn't mean they're the only
Only
nobles.
5,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I just want to make sure.
We already talked about this. They're the greater houses.
Yeah, they're like the greater houses in charge of it. On it, like, dirty 20's a lot. You find the kitchens, you kind of wander the dungeon area a bit more. You find, like, the wine room, but you don't...
Yeah, just kidding.
You can if you want, but you don't really find anything incriminating in the dungeons. There's not like a hidden cell or anything. Like,
No hidden passages.
Are there
No.
people in the dungeons?
there's plenty of people in dungeons.
Or you mean like locked up?
You mean locked in the? There's no actual dungeons. When I say dungeons, I mean kitchen underground.
And if there were, there probably wouldn't actually be
It's
prisoners
basically
in the-
kitchen, storeroom, wine room, that kind of stuff. You don't really, even with a dirty 20, you don't like find anything in particular.
Okay.
Are you trying to go into the Lord's study or trying to go somewhere else?
Yeah, I want to get to the list.
You go to the door, and the door is not locked.
Shit, he's got a granddaughter.
Melissa's in there.
Shit, fuck. I want to open it as quietly as I can so that most
Do a stealth check, yeah.
I can't wait for me to go out to get the things and no one's there.
That you-
Well, this is happening while you
Yeah.
guys are eating.
Who knows what they come
You
back.
would know. You guys would know that like dinner takes minimum like half an hour. So like,
So that'll be an 18 for stealth.
yeah, you can open it a little bit. The door doesn't make any sound. You look in. Can't see anyone.
So how is it set up? Is it like so the door opens like up against the wall?
Yeah,
or
it opens inwards, and there's a desk, and then there's like bookshelves and stuff along the wall.
But,
Bookshelves along one wall with photos and stuff like that. Some
but it's
seating.
like there's a wall right there. It's not like it like there's more room. Like
Where when you open the door, or what do you mean?
or like because I want to open it, but I don't want to like because I want to open it, you know, so I can get in, but I don't want to like open it and then close it and all of a sudden there's someone behind it.
No. Like you can go in and get in. Like
Yeah, I'll just go in.
Yeah, you go in.
Do I want to walk it?
Do you?
I don't know. What does the dice of fate say? Locks it.
what? He locks it. Okay.
He closes the door and sits behind him.
Yeah, the key is in it because it's not like a modern thing where you just lock it like this. It like has to be a key, and it's just sitting in it, so you can just lock it like that.
Not very
I
safe.
will lock
Yeah.
it.
Strong call.
Hey, they're the ones
Yeah.
being.
So you did get in that. I'm going to keep going with you. 23. Are you looking for anything in particular? Presumably you're going to the desk, but I don't know.
Yeah, to the desk. Anything that might somehow be related to werewolves, to Black Fang. I don't know anything really.
Okay.
Missing kids or something.
You just kind of walk up to the desk and start going through the drawers that are there, and you don't find anything related to missing kids. Nothing related to werewolves. You find a scroll that you unravel because you're looking for stuff, and it's his last will and testament.
Oh.
Leaving, it's basically, in the untimely event of my death, or whatever, everything goes to my granddaughter. Melissa Ashcroft.
And I like erase it and
Right
Yeah.
then.
Like, when he says everything, he means like title, the land, the mansion,
All his money.
all the money. Like, there might be a little tiny bit for his children, but otherwise not really.
Incest, like,
What?
why does he like his granddaughter so much?
You haven't investigated his children, so you have no idea!
Are his children pure, though? Do we know if they're
They did.
You haven't,
Are they
you
gay?
literally haven't investigated his children at all. So it's not like, how do we know if he's into incest?
Listen, that's my first thought all the time. Incest.
That's all you think about is incest.
So yeah, you like look for a decent amount of time, and you can't find anything but like anything notable. There's just typical like orders for things and like business dealing crap, but like nothing to do with werewolves, nothing to do with missing children. It's the only noteworthy thing is his will, because it just like 100% confirms that everything's going to his granddaughter.
And now, so you said it's just books and photos now, or like against
Books
the
and
walls?
paintings. Yeah.
Or paintings.
There's no photos. I said photos, but
Books and photos.
Yeah, so
Obviously, the photo of his granddaughter over the fireplace. that
Yeah.
we talked about.
there was
There's
There's a
yes.
weird standing for
can
There's
I like quickly skim through the books and see if there's anything about like?
Do. Oh, wait, if you're looking for something, what were you going to say? Sorry.
I just want to see if there's anything like history about the family, or like if there's anything about the other nobles in there, like any books about history.
Investigation check.
That is a 19.
You find like a family tree type book for his family. You just like look through it, and it's basically just like there's like a couple family trees in the first few pages, but otherwise it's mostly just individual details about family members.
Okay. And can I see anything about Sydney in there?
You can go about Sydney. No, this is about his family.
Wait, so.
Sydney
So
Wakefield.
that old guy's family.
Oh wait.
This is the old guy's house.
No, fucking.
Melissa.
Yeah, Melissa. That's.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. Okay, yeah, Melissa.
No, you go to you turn to the back basically, and it's just got like details of like her birth, her parents, who are. Where is this? I have it somewhere.
So Melissa's
Melissa's parents.
parents. Alright.
The mother is Celine Ashcroft, and like by that I mean Melissa's mother is blood, Ashcroft blood. The father is married into it.
Oh.
The
Sorry,
father
what was
is
her name?
unnamed.
What was her name again?
Celine.
Celine with a C. Celine. The husband's name is Daniel.
Celine Dion.
And Daniel has a date of death.
Wait, Daniel is the father or the...
Daniel is the father, who was not originally an Ashcroft. He married into the family.
Deceased, is there a year?
3 years married.
Just gone. Next deceased.
It's not super important, but it's just a few years ago he died.
How do we know?
It's got just like, it's generally just like super basic information, like hair color, eye color, or like the most basic information you could put on record.
What is Celine's current status on there?
She's alive. It kind of just like there would be basic details of like her life now, but it basically tells you that she's a bit of a rich, noble, ditzy person. She is like she's like the Kardashians, basically,
Oh, God.
in just terms of like
This is Melissa.
only cares. No, this is about Celine.
Oh.
She like only cares about like appearances, money, clothes, parties.
So it's the tribute.
Which is part, like, you don't even need to do an inside check. That's probably the reason he's skipping her.
Yeah, I can ask that.
It does have Celine's brother is Harland, Harland, who is married to Rebecca, and they have no children. Rebecca is a lesser noble, but like she's still a noble. And like it basically says, I don't know specifically what it says, but you can infer from it that Harland does not have much of a spine. He's like kind of submissive to his wife in basically everything. But also it says like specifically like no children. And they've been married for over a decade.
Some people struggle to conceive.
That is exactly why he was passed over.
That is kind of rude. Dick move.
I mean, they can't.
Dick move.
Yeah, it's dirty.
Always adopt.
So
Who's adopted?
yeah, it's basically. Oh, it's also not that it matters much, but Harwin, Lord Harwin's wife, has been dead for a few years. She just died from some random illness or something
Yeah.
noteworthy.
Vampirism.
Yeah.
Vampirism.
Oh my god, vampirism.
What's your passive perception?
Sounds like a walk in.
And it's locked, so like,
It's like a knock on the door.
perception.
You hear someone coming up the stairs.
I squeal. Very loud.
She's like
He
squeal.
wets his robes.
That's amazing.
Like, can I tell how far up the
Like
stairs
it's the stairs are like 2 rooms over,
there?
so it's like stairs, room, office. So you can hear someone. They're stomping kind of loudly. That's the reason you can hear it.
Okay, they sound like feminine stopping.
You can't tell.
Feminine stomp.
You can just tell someone is heading towards your location,
Okay,
or heading up the stairs,
That's you.
which leads in this direction.
okay,
have a pretty good
or
thought.
can I tell if they're like, oh shit, well, because it. So in the hallway, like, how is it shaped? Is it just straight and then?
This is just a straight hallway for now. It eventually turns, but
So they'll probably see you leave.
yeah, that's it.
This is like. I want to be in there to look for secret bookshelf rooms.
They would do that, but like, there's something coming up the stairs in case.
Does that make sense? This is the
Yeah.
room you're in. This is the stairs, and then it goes up and to the left.
Can I like, am I able to like focus in on it and be like, oh, they're like halfway up the stairs or like at the bottom?
They only, like, you heard them as soon as they got on the stairs. It's an old building. The stairs are not great.
Okay.
But also, their stealth was very fucking low.
Stealth.
Not stealth, that's just like what I would roll for determining how loud they are.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 on their stealth, so you noticed that immediately.
Okay.
So, like, you would know, with me telling you, you would know that you could get out of the room, but it's up to you what you do when you get out of the room.
So like, how close? Like where? Like which one's the? Is
There's
this, like,
one
a
more
shelf?
room to the right,
Oh, well,
and then it goes to the...
Here?
No, what?
No. So like,
Oh,
where's the
my
bookshelf
right.
that I'm like looking at?
Oh.
Is it like against this wall? This wall?
His desk is here, the bookshelf is here, the, like, fireplace and everything, photos and stuff are over here, window here.
That's actually all over.
But it's a really fancy window, it's not one that you could just, like, immediately jump out of. You'd probably have to break it.
Just shatter. Okay. So I'm gonna put the book back where it went, and basically just
Roll a d6.
Do I like break the shelf?
No, this is literally just to determine where the book is.
Okay.
It's not that important, it's just 1 through 6.
A 4.
So yeah, it's here.
Yeah, okay.
So you're closer to the door.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it back, and then quickly get to the door, unlock it, open it, so it's not like too.
Yeah.
Like just open it.
Do a stealth check.
Oh shit! That is a 10.
Okay. Now what are you doing?
Okay, and then I wanna. Can I like stealthily dash around the corner?
Okay, yeah, do another stealth check because the stealth was for the door.
Trips. Okay, that's much better. That's a 21.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, you get out, you stealth and just run as fast as you can.
yeah, I want to dash as far as I can, as far like around the corner as I can, and then just wait until they get to the top of the stairs.
Okay. By the time you get around the corner, like as soon as you're around the corner, they get to the top of the stairs.
Okay. In that case, I want to give it a minute and see if they go through into this room. And just wait a minute. And just like stay hidden, like around the corner.
You hear a door opening, and then you hear a door closing.
Okay. And then I want to just casually walk around the corner.
You walk around the corner and there's no one there.
Okay. And then I just want to go back
Get the fuck
upstairs.
down there! Get the fuck! Okay. Yep. You don't have a clue what door they went into, but
That's
yes.
fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't find anything worth in that library, so
Yeah. I mean, you learned a
And
bit
I'm
of information.
I did, but I'm not going to risk going into another room and being like, oh, sorry.
Sorry!
I thought this was the kitchen. Even though it's upstairs.
Okay. Are you going back down to... Because you don't need to eat, obviously.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's like,
obviously not. Yeah, I'll just
so
go
like,
back.
what? That's a good question. Do you like get something to eat while you're down there? Like just
Sure, I'll grab
to
something
keep
small.
up appearances, kind of thing.
Pie.
So you like get you. So yeah, you get something to eat. You just snack on it as you're walking back to the room. You going back to the room,
Yeah, I'll just go back to
Yeah, I got
Okay.
my meal right here.
and then you're back there. You're standing there. You're just kind of waiting for like 3 minutes, and then Belle comes out.
Hey guys, do you have the collars? I think or at least one of them.
at the house. Okay. Yeah, I'll dig through my pack and try and get one, and I'll like pull it out, and I'll like hand it over to you, and then as you grab it, I'll like pull you and be like,
Aww!
just a little smidge for it.
The mask. Just
With the mask just slamming into his face.
No, I'll pull you into it and be like, do not lose it.
Jesus.
And just
Why are you obsessed with
and
this?
then let you. Then let
he
you take
has
it.
a thing for BTS.
Oh my god, no!
Okay,
You're not supposed to know that yet.
Later.
you go back into the room. You have the collar in your hand.
Which one was the one that asked about the college? I'm assuming it was
It was Sydney.
It was Hayward.
Hayward got worked up because
Yeah.
that's
He
like,
makes
why, that's what the collars were about.
Oh yeah, like they're
Col-
asked.
yeah, yeah.
They're my colors.
Yeah.
And then wasn't Sydney the one that like, okay, show us the proof?
Yes, and then Sydney was the one that was like,
Okay.
we want to see it.
So I'll bring it to Sydney first then. And I'll just lay it down. And I
She
want
would
Put it around her.
And she kind of expects it big.
Isn't that a beautiful Joker? Snap. And then she goes
Snap.
crazy.
What are you doing as she's looking at it? Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna say something again. I'm gonna,
She's kind of just like thoroughly inspecting it.
and I want to clarify again. Werewolves are the secondary important thing that we're after. We're after the rebellion, which is recruiting members through the use of the werewolf curse. So if you have any ideas at all about who, whether nobility or not, common folk, who might be against the Empire, it might have something to do with this, and might have any information at all, that is what we're after.
And she's looking at it. And you kind of see a spark in her eyes for a second as she's looking at it. And then it disappears. And she holds it up, passes it to the next noble and says, "This is dark magic." Passes it to Ella Shaw. Ella Shaw's next to her.
Which vampire guy?
And Harwin's like, "You would know, wouldn't you, Sydney?" She rolls her eyes and is like,
Harwin Blackburn, right?
Harwin
Harwin
Ashcroft.
Okay.
And the old guy, he's just like, "You would," and she rolls her eyes at him. He's like, yes, my family was dark magic witches, blah blah blah. I am
What?
capable of reading books.
Yeah.
Black magic.
What you read books for?
What you reading books for? You need to learn what.
Lady Wakefield. I don't know if this is a better thing to call her, but I will go with that. Do you know if anyone who might have more information or might have access to such magic?
In this town, I mean, if rumors are to believe that I'm the one doing it, but no, I.
Can I do an insight check on that? I don't know what she does.
Inside for book.
What are you trying to?
Like, is she actually?
That I'm in charge. Like, is she being sarcastic or do I?
She is being sarcastic,
But do I
but
feel
do an
like,
inside check to see if.
She's
I'll let you
covering.
roll. Yeah.
okay? Do I roll or do you roll?
I want you to roll. I love just bounce down.
19.
Nice.
She is absolutely being sarcastic. And it's covering something.
Yeah.
But what it's covering, you can't tell immediately.
It's insecurity.
Like, I will narrow it down to like the two options, basically, is that she's either got something to do with it and she's covering it with sarcasm, or she knows about it or whatever, like knows dark magic enough to understand what it means. Kind of thing. Does that make sense?
It's like a coin flip.
Yeah, it's like, you can tell she's covering something, and you can imply that she either knows about it, or she doesn't know about it, but still knows something to do with magic, kind of thing. Ella Shaw looks at it for a second. He's like, "This is Elvish, obviously. I think it's Dark Elvish, right?" He kind of looks at you.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say those words are what I recited. And I'll tell them what like it means to.
And then he passes it over, and Hayward's like, "You said Dark Elvish? Wouldn't happen to be something to do with your wife, would it?"
To
Ella Shaw. Yeah. He like kind of taunting him a bit.
We really don't like each other.
Or he's trying to cover his own hype by throwing other people under the bus.
And Ella Shaw actually gets angry. He gets upset. Ella Shaw's been pretty like passive the whole time. And he's like, "I resent what you say about my wife. she's a dark elf, it doesn't mean she's responsible for this. Even I know that this is the kind of runic language used in enchanting. Like, just because it's a coincidence that it's like this doesn't mean anything. And Lionel's looking at it, doesn't have any kind of recognition that you can see outwardly or anything. But Lionel's like, if the town rumors are to believe, then your wife is sitting at home dabbling in magic. He says to Elishor. And Elishor gets even more frustrated and stands up and storms out.
This is Blackman.
Elishor.
Does he
this is
reach
high
the door
elf.
that we came into?
Oh,
He's the one that married the dark elf.
I'll show Augustus
And then Lionel.
Lionel Blackman.
Blackburn.
Lionel the Blackburn is the young one that just kind of taunted him into leaving, basically.
Okay.
And then he passes it to Lord Hayward, and Hayward looks at it and is like, this is definitely one of mine. Obviously, we don't sell them with gems on it or anything. Do you know what that means? He asks you guys.
I'd assume it's part of the enchantment.
We believe it increases the control that it has over any
Like an amplifier? He's like looking at it.
Sure.
I'm gonna turn to Lord Ashcroft and go, we are so sorry for breaking up this dinner and causing contention amongst you, though this is something we are very heavily pursuing and would like to resolve for the sake of the Empire and for our name.
Howard does the hardy old man chuckle again and he says, it's fine, these meetings get worked up all the time.
Thank you. Why do I feel like I would be friends with Ashcroft?
Because I'm facing him with my grandfather.
Yeah.
But Harwin looks at you guys and says, I don't know how I can help, but you have my full support. And he seems pretty earnest about it.
It may be uncomfortable, but would we be able to talk to
Each of you, and I'm going to look at the nobles and go,
would we be able to talk to each of you privately about any potential concerns that you may not feel comfortable voicing here?
I don't have a problem with that, Harwin says, and then they kind of echo the statement. Gareth hands it back to you.
I destroyed him.
Are you looking to
I gotta
head?
ask a clarifying question because I can't remember. Did you guys say it was a noble?
No,
you didn't say it
no.
was a noble, right?
That's
Okay.
why I was wondering if I should say anything about the assassin,
Yeah.
so that I could say specifically it's noble. But
no, see, but that's why I'm like, if we want to talk to them, one-on-one.
Okay,
You could bring
in
that
that
up
case,
then,
they each kind of seem a little confused about why you'd want to ask them specifically, but otherwise agree to it.
Check and make sure the runes are still there.
are the runes still there
What?
on the belt, the collar?
Oh yeah, that's still there.
Are the gems still there?
Yeah, I assume so.
None
It's
of
all
the
still there.
nobles have sticky fingers.
Or dispel magic.
Or dispel magic.
How are their tribes?
I should really stop talking.
That's fine.
I just really
Um,
don't like intriguing on things.
No, I'm trying to because it's hard to remember everything, but yeah, they mainly, from what you can tell, they mainly seem confused about why you want to ask them specifically, but they're fine with it.
We understand that some opinions of situations may be influenced by others, and we want to be able to talk to each of you and receive your complete honesty. We have explored many avenues and done many investigations of our realm and found that people tend to be most truthful when not surrounded by influences, so to speak.
Ashcroft agrees. He says it makes sense. I'm free for a late breakfast tomorrow if you want to meet up then and discuss. I don't mind volunteering to go first.
That's a good idea. We can make a whole day of it tomorrow. We'll visit each of you. We'll schedule times.
Ashcroft.
Times.
I said late breakfast. We'll just say breakfast.
Yeah.
Then Lionel offers lunch.
I'm just gonna write this down.
Lionel offers lunch. Elishor says you can come over in the afternoon. I don't mind.
Which one's Blackburn is Lionel?
Yeah.
Elishor, I guess, doesn't say anything. He's not a mermaid.
Did I say Elishor?
Yeah,
Okay,
Elishor
yeah.
doesn't say anything.
I
He's
meant,
left.
yeah.
Kira?
No, Sydney says late afternoon. Like afternoon brunch. Not brunch. Afternoon tea, I guess. And Gareth is like, shrugs his shoulders, I guess I have dinner. And Elishor, you'll probably have to talk with him at the ball. Speaking of which, and he looks at the clock and it's like 5 to 7. It's like, we should probably get ready for... 10 to 7. We should probably get ready for that. Final preparations.
This will be perfect too if we want to try to catch them. We can give like false information about like locations or something. You know what I mean? Do that whole like see who goes where.
Yes.
This is our plan. This is coming together.
Okay. So, thank you for bringing this to our attention. Ashcroft says, I look forward to my meeting with you in the morning. Just come by here at 8 o'clock. Discuss it.
We look forward to it.
But for now, I'll see all of you at the ball. And he stands up slowly for a second and then walks off. Out the door.
I'll leave the table with the others and meet up with our guard.
You guys go outside,
I will.
building, give the collar back.
I'm gonna walk out and I'm just gonna kind of like maybe teeter a little bit and just kind of brace myself up against Griddock
Touch his
Oh,
pegs.
wait, Roger?
and just kind of
You guys
like,
are outside the door, they're outside.
yeah, and just kind of
Alright.
I just kind of, you know, kind of steady myself. Just kind of go like,
Did either of you find anything? Please tell me I was not in vain.
I look all throughout the bunch and I can't find it.
Except for this pie.
It's on his pie. He's like got it all over his face.
he's got no, it's all over his face. Like I didn't find
I didn't find
anything.
anything at all. I'm drunk for a while. I haven't found anything.
I haven't found anything. It had no good wine.
The wine's...
Wine sucks. My question was supposed to be, did you find anything? Was this a thing?
Not really, except for the reason why the title is going to make sense that her parents.
Oh, why is that? Caleb says.
Why is he so depressed?
Oh, why is
Jesus,
that?
Kaylin, okay.
Kalen's speaking up. Now, Kalen's just curious. He's like, why isn't he being passed over? He's just curious.
You said that to Natalie, try again.
Her father died 3 years ago, and her mother seems to be a snob.
One of those ones. One of those kinds of movies.
Yeah, what of those?
I've met a few of those in my life.
Well,
They get enchantments see if the books or something.
We have a ball
Maybe,
to
yeah.
attend. Maybe we'll find again. And Griddock some lovely companions. Shall we move from the foyer? I don't want to be like in the foyer. I think
Yeah,
we should
let's
be like
let's
moving
like
out.
move toward the ballroom area.
Yeah, I feel like because I don't want to be in earshot of anyone.
Yeah.
But I'm like, should we start like a whisper campaign? If we can like pass me around to like any of the nobles, like if any of the nobles want to dance with, you know, me, should we be starting whisper campaign? Should we try and, you know, be starting anything? Do we have a plan that way?
I don't have a plan, but if you want to, if you think of something that you want to share with them, or
Because I'm thinking if we start now, I know that we have all day tomorrow that we're
we
gonna
do want to find Rolthastos though.
We do want to find Rolthastos. So I'm wondering if, like, because obviously Rolthastos wasn't there at the end to, like, set up his meeting. So should we, or could we be like, you know, oh, I found
Let's do a plan.
Rolthastos.
What if we can find out what we're planning on planting to each of them? Then we can start planting it with Rolthastos tonight.
Yeah.
Do we have a plan of like, just like saying? I mean, they already know where we're staying, but like maybe if we say we have a storehouse that we're keeping, we have someone that we've are going to be interrogating, or someone in some location in the city.
Well,
Like we found.
I'm gonna say one thing, not related to that, but Kalen kind of like says we should probably take this
Yeah.
more privately,
Yeah.
and like opens just some random door and goes inside the door, and it's just no one. It's like a random bedroom or living room or something. Just nothing special, but
But like we said that we've captured someone. We plan on interrogating them.
should we say we captured one of the werewolves and like still have them alive? Because I'm like, we could say something like we were able to find, or we heard that one of the children came back and is in the slums. You know, like be able to see who's gonna go and like go to the slums and potentially get rid of that loose end. We want to see if someone is going to act.
But we also want to do it in a way where we give different information to every person.
Yeah.
So that we know, depending on, because if they don't go themselves, they're going to send someone else, then we know who is actually leaking the information. So if we say like, but yeah, like different locations throughout the city maybe, or even different buildings in the slums.
We found a member of the Black Fang, and
we found someone who said they're of the Black Flame and want to talk.
And we've offered them immunity as long as they're willing to give up all members and their informants. And we could throw in that little juicy detail of like
Someone in the nobility.
One of the nobility has done something, and this person says. So we say, okay, we're going to meet them in the Ashcroft dungeons. We're going to meet them in the Hayward
It just needs to be something that we can then be able to observe all of it.
Yeah.
So if we do it in the slums, for example, we can like watch like a certain number of buildings all at once.
Yeah.
Almost. You know what I mean? Is there something like that?
Have someone meet at the well.
Ooh, the well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if we go to different locations.
Or if we say we're going to meet them at a certain time, at a certain place,
then the person who is responsible will be there to get rid of it.
What? Okay, we need it not to be tomorrow though. It'll have to be the day after, because we're going to be setting up appointments with them for tomorrow. The day after that is when we're going to meet with them.
Yeah. So
we'll
tomorrow is when we're planting information.
Noon, like just after noon.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
It's Monday right now.
Yeah, and we'll meet. Let's give a different location for all of them. So Ashcroft, we'll say we'll meet. Like,
wait, they need to all be like relatively close.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah. Or at least if we like split up into two groups, maybe two of us, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if we don't have to split
Okay,
up.
because we said they need to be relatively close. So
if we say we're in
Ashcroft House is right here. There's the well, and the slums are clear over here. So I feel like, but would they know specific homes
or we could say one location but different times. That would be an easier way of doing this.
Probably.
That'd probably be a bit easier.
But what if they come like super fucking early?
Yeah, you're right.
So we would have to say the person isn't coming in, or we're having them privately transported, and they will be here at this time. But either way, if you say, oh, we're going to have the prisoner here at 10, if the person who is waiting for them at 12 gets there at like 9 to scope out the place, then we've got all the times confused.
Yeah. So yeah, different locations would be helpful.
Different locations would be helpful.
It would give different times and locations.
Oh,
that way.
Shit. Hold on, if we have too many people. I was going to say, if we dress up someone
As a prisoner
and say...
No one has seen... I'm not going to say that.
I know,
No one has seen who?
I'm not going to say that. I'm trying to respect his boundaries.
I was just going to say,
I'm just avoiding looking. No one has seen Gen before.
Yeah.
Is what he's saying.
I was just going to say, like...
But I don't want any of you seeing me either.
Yeah.
So like,
If we said, like, oh, he's going to be in a red carriage, he's going to be in a black carriage or something, but I feel like that's way too much preparation. That's what I was
But yeah, let's just say, like, we have 5 locations, and we'll say, like, 5 different, like, buildings in, like, the market district or in, like, the slums, wherever.
If we did the market district, we could say different shops.
And different times.
And different times.
So we'll just go with that. We'll give, like, different time and different shop. So we'll say, like...
finding shops within the market district.
I'm finding shops within the entire city.
Okay, thank you.
And then we'll just put a time for each of them. And then we'll just watch.
I
Okay,
feel like,
so
are we...
if you plant that, then Terrell Pastos and see if there's anything else
You guys need to. I would say you just need to decide it like before you do it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have made a list at some point, and we'll just...
I'm sending you that. Through Discord.
so we're seeing if someone has the trust to
shipping?
kill a loose end.
Basically,
I just sent it
yeah.
to in-character chat if you guys want to look at it.
Okay.
That is my list of buildings in the city. There are obviously other buildings.
Yeah.
These are named buildings.
The Elder Scroll.
The Elder Scroll.
It's such a simple name, but I love it.
No ravens.
That just means that they don't have messenger ravens.
Oh, I thought. Oh, that was the crow family.
Yeah. No, that's not a.
Yeah.
That's not a.
No
secret.
crows allowed.
It's sleight of hand is like a messenger business,
Mm.
but they don't have ravens.
Let's have sleight of hand be one of them.
So hold on.
We'll say sleight of hand. We'll say to Ashcroft.
Okay, because I'm going to write this down as well. So.
Okay, and so we're going Market District. Okay.
Well,
Sleight
you
of
don't
hand-
have to do the same districts. You can-
I know, but I feel like that'd be easier to monitor.
Well, because what we can do,
As long as they're different locations, that's a way for us to distinguish each of them.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, because like what we can do is if we do them far away enough,
We
like
can walk through.
like no, what we can do is like you guys can like be in one place and then one of us like probably be with stealth, like be in another place.
and have it at the same time.
And have it, and then like, and then like, so then, and you know, if you're gonna be, because like, you can tell one person like, oh, we're gonna be meeting so and so at Potions and Lotions, but in reality, you're meeting them at like Closed Minded, and like, you guys are gonna be at Closed Minded with the person, and then I could be like at Potions and Lotions, seeing if anyone shows up. The person that you lied to show up.
Yeah.
And
Either
then
way,
if they
like,
do show up,
yeah.
then it can be like,
Because, like,
oh,
obviously we don't have an actual person, so I'm thinking we tell, hey, we found a prisoner and we're meeting them at, we found a prisoner and we are going to talk to him and we're going to talk to him at the Elder Scroll. And then you tell Ashcroft, oh, we found the prisoner, we're going to talk to him at Meat and Meat. We found the prisoner, we're going to talk to them
At the same time, or is it like you guys gonna have
We can
one
space it
person?
out.
You're gonna have one person watching each building, or are you gonna space it out?
I think we can, if we're going to
Yes,
do
that's
that,
right.
we should do it at most 2 groups. We can have at least 2 in each group.
Well, that's why I say we should do either within the same district and
So
like
we're close
relatively same time.
So if we need to, like, run to another.
If we need to run,
Well, then you could just do like 2 market district in the morning, 2 market district in
Yeah.
the afternoon,
yeah.
and night time.
I just don't know if
or like not market, like different districts, but
I just have to wonder if like if we're doing it over too long of a period of time, if any of the nobles are in cahoots with each other,
They're gonna see what's up.
they're gonna see what's up and be like, oh, they told me, I went to go and find the prisoner and you told me it was this time and they weren't there. So that's why I worry not doing it over a longer period of time. If Hayward goes in and is like, I went to Potions and Lotions because you said you're the prisoner and I just wanted to talk to him, and goes back and
Well,
says-
either way, that would help us in a way. It wouldn't necessarily give us all the answers, but we'd at least know that, like, oh, well, we told Blackburn about that location, but this is Ashcroft that's here. We at least know that Blackburn, or whatever, Blackboard, is spilling information. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If anything else, we at least have that.
Okay, so should
But-
we limit our time frame to watch all of these places?
We can
to-
say, like, kind of what he was saying, so we can do, like, 2 market district ones in the morning, 2 trade district ones in the afternoon, and then the 5th one could be, you know what I mean?
like splitting it over a day wouldn't be the end of the world.
Yeah.
Like if you did it 1 per day, it might be a problem. Information would travel fast by the time the 5th day happened, but
So, like, I'm thinking, like, Smithcraft.
I don't know if you got his name, but that's the guy that you got the information from the sword about. Scars Smithcraft is the.
Well, should we not go there then? If you've already... It doesn't matter, right?
Well, you could. You just. She's the only one that's been there.
Okay.
So if you just not have her be there.
Yeah, okay.
So, Scars...
But if they question it,
So you have Ashcroft's sleight of hand.
Yeah, and we'll do Ashcroft in the morning, because that's trade district.
That's market district.
Market district. Oh,
So morning Ashcroft's sleight of hand, and what was the other morning?
so then
Market
it would be
district.
Scars.
Market district is the slums, if that's not obvious.
Yeah, so we'll do Scars Smithcraft, because that's also slums.
For
Hold on,
who?
so morning Ashcroft.
That'll be
doing
for Blackboard.
sleight of
Blackboard.
hand. Hold on, why aren't you guys? Wait, what is happening? Hold on.
Okay, sleight of hand, morning, Ashcroft.
Okay.
Scars Smithcraft,
Morning, Blackburn.
Blackburn,
Blackburn, yeah.
What is the place called?
Scars Smithcraft.
Scott. I'm ignoring you because I can't understand what you're speaking.
Then we'll do
Scars Smithcraft.
Crown Hero. Or Crowned Hero. That'll be afternoon. Or
Yeah, after,
noon.
like
yeah,
yeah,
afternoon, not evening.
early afternoon. Yeah.
afternoon, and that'll be Wakefield, or not, Sydney. Is that Wakefield?
Wakefield, yeah.
Then we'll also do... What other another trade one?
Were we meeting Wakefield?
Yeah, what was that?
Wakefield is Crowned Hero.
Oh yeah, you guys haven't even gotten the meeting with the 5th one yet. So yeah, Wakefield's crowned hero, then the only one you have left is Hayward, because you haven't made a meeting with Robusto. So you can say it though.
We're not meeting these people here.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna during the meeting we're gonna tell them
Yeah.
that we're meeting someone
Yeah.
the next day.
This is for like.
This
What
is what
was
we're going
the
to
This
tell
is
them.
for Wednesday.
What was the other trade district one?
Trade District. Does anyone have suggestions?
Potions, Elder Scroll,
Yeah,
cards.
Elder Scroll. Why not?
Woo!
Elder Scroll, and that'll be afternoon. And then we'll tell Rolthastos, because I really want to do this one, Shades and Shadows, just because it's such
Wait,
a cool
who's
name.
meeting at the Elder Scroll?
That'll be Hayward.
And then we said
Evening. What was the place? Shades and Shadows.
Rolthastos is at Shades and Shadows.
But it'll be kind of weird. We'll have to tell him that we plan on meeting someone in 2 days in the evening at the Shades and Shadows.
So, that's actually Thursday?
They're all.
No.
They're all going to be on Wednesday. It's
Wednesday.
just that we're going to tell each of them tomorrow about the meeting the next day. Whereas with him, we need to
You need to say it today.
it'll be in 2 days.
Yeah, because he said he didn't give us a time.
Well, you could bring
We
it up
could-
at the ball. It's
yeah,
just
that's what
yeah,
Yeah, so we
if you
can,
don't bring it up at a ball, though, it's not the end of the world because
yeah.
you can mention.
So
it
we
next
can
day.
either find him tonight and be like, "Hey, will you meet tomorrow?" Or we can just basically do the one-on-one
Yeah.
and say it for Thursday
Yeah, okay.
or Wednesday. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay, and then okay, that's all. Morning, afternoon, evening.
Does that
And
sound good, everyone?
I think so. I'm so
This is unrelated to what is just happening now, but I want to bring it up because it's funny as hell. I swear on my grandfather's grave, my pop's grave, that I'm not lying about this. When you were doing inside checks on all the people,
Uh-huh.
the one that is guilty of what you were asking at the time rolled a natural 20.
Dang it.
Deception. I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. I'm not fudging rolls.
Yeah.
100% saying
Ain't that just the way?
they rolled a natural 20.
Okay,
Love that.
so we're ready to go to the ball.
Well, you have to get the money first.
I know that's why I'm saying pay in full before, and then you'll get tracking information.
You can't say sent out tomorrow, and then you'll send the tracking information once it's paid. You have to say you'll send it out when it is paid. Okay, so you got that. That's the plan. You can bring it up tonight. If not, you can bring it up the next morning,
Yeah.
like tomorrow during the
Flexibility.
meetings. It doesn't, Okay. Do you guys need to discuss anything else before the ball starts?
I don't believe so. Just have fun, smile.
Smile, wave.
Smile and wet, boys. Okay.
Don't get drunk.
I didn't say that.
You can get drunk. You leave the room that you're in. You start heading towards the ballroom, which you'll know exactly where that is.
Oh, wait, can I say one quick thing before we go?
Yeah.
Keep your guards up. It could be a repeat of the card.
Oh,
Quite grim, do you know that? I don't even know how to say that something like that. We're
Quite
quite
grim.
grim, do you know that?
Just say
I
like
mean, I'm
question
just
mark if
saying,
that's
there's a
okay.
big crowd of people. I mean,
Like
if
saying if
werewolves
that's
were,
okay.
were to attack, they would go pretty fast.
I mean, that is also kind of the plan. We want to be targets, so this might resolve itself quickly tonight.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Okay, so you guys leave the room that you're in. You start heading towards the direction of the ballroom. You get to the ballroom and there's a couple of attendants there. One of them is actually Bernard. He's just like, "Oh, Lord Kalen, Lady Anethra, it's a pleasure to meet you again. If your friends just want to go ahead and go on in, we'll be doing the, what is it called, the announcements?
Like announcing
When they're
who's-
announcing the introductions. Yeah, we'll be doing the introductions momentarily. If three of you want to go in.
I'm gonna kind of shuffle and make sure that I'm up next to.
And you
Caitlin.
see, like, as you look for a second, you see that there's a couple of the nobles that you've recognized standing there. A couple you don't. Three of you head in. And then the other nobles start arriving, getting ready. Some of them have dates, which I'll describe in a second. But for now, we'll go to break real quick. You guys go in. The three of you go in. You already know what it looks like. You have the map on your, not map, but like the
Yeah.
floor
Oh yeah.
plan on your phone.
I forgot about that.
But it's pretty massive. It's like a huge ballroom. There's a curved glass window along the entire far wall, and there's like balconies along the sides with little small tables for people to sit at.
Fancy.
So you guys go in. You just kind of make this 100 people, maybe 120. I don't know. It's
And
like,
we're assuming these are all nobles?
no, it's a commoners ball.
Oh, that's right.
It's
That's
celebrating the commoners.
This is what the ballroom looks like.
That's what the room looks like.
Why did he get it? Why is
Because I've
this-
been here before.
He's been in the room before.
That's really cool. I like it.
So the balconies are like up.
So they like, yeah, they're kind of like, you come in and then you go down into the ballroom, like down the stairs. But if you don't go down, the balconies are out the side. So it's like the balconies are not actually
I
balconies;
wanna
they're
be
just
like-
on the main
I
level.
want to be up in a balcony, but I also want to be partying. You know?
There are like, yeah, like there's no nobles in here, but not everyone in here is a commoner. But like you can,
It's not like council members or
yeah, the council members are not.
good for
There's
their
like
own
no
commoners.
Yeah, this is the commoner's ball. I forgot. Yeah.
Actually,
Oh, so
there are
there's
nobles
also
in here because the only ones being announced are the council members and you guys.
Obviously from.
I'm just thinking. Just to make it safe, there are some nobles in here, some being announced. That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
Okay, you guys go mingle for a bit. Eventually, there's like the music dies down for a second, and an attendant comes out. And I don't have titles for everyone. But the first is introducing Lord Harwin Ashcroft and his daughter Melissa. His wife's
Dead.
so he's just with his granddaughter, and the two of them come out, and like she's in a dress. She's not really hiding it, but you can tell that she doesn't really like being in dresses. She's not that kind of person, but she's there supporting her grandfather, and she looks happy, like just to be by his side and everything. And they start going down, and then it's introducing Harland Ashcroft and his wife Rebecca. They follow behind.
Harwin Ashcroft. And
Harland.
So this is the.
Harland. That's his.
His
These
son.
are his son
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
daughter.
Selene Ashcroft and her date for the evening, something. I don't have a name.
Selling.
Conrad.
Wow.
Selene Ashcroft and her date Conrad. And then introducing Lord Gareth Hayward and his date for the evening, whatever that is.
Me.
The action.
I just.
Where did I write it? Did I not have it on here?
Your big.
Oh, Larissa Evans, and this beautiful woman in her like mid-20s comes down. He doesn't announce a title when he says her name.
She should be jealous of me. I got him fucking title.
Lord Lionel Blackburn with his date for this evening, Lady Adriana Rosenthal. Not middle-aged, she's earlier 20s, human, female. She's noble, but not one of the...
Council 5.
Yeah. Lord Elishor Relfastos with his wife, Ludona. I forgot pictures. I have a couple pictures.
What's slang? Or what's slang? What slur? I can't see what you're mouthing, dude. You don't even have a face.
This is Adriana Rosenthal.
With who?
She's the one that's with Lionel Blackburn. Yeah. And then
Sorry.
Elishor Relfastos and his wife, Ludona. And yeah, her hair is done up all like that and everything.
She's scary.
So maybe you don't want to
Also, don't forget that I am a
This one, Melissa.
Oh, is that what you're mouthing?
Well, no, I was saying trout.
Oh.
That's a slip.
Then there's Lord Durothil Namir?
You wrote it.
Namir.
Namier.
Namir. Yeah, we'll go with that. Durothil Namir. And the High Elf walks down. is attending the ball with Eleanor Rothastos, as in his daughter, that you don't know about.
He doesn't look old enough to have a daughter?
What?
Well, he's an
He's an
elf.
elf.
He's an elf.
You know what?
You should know.
You don't know anything
I
about her
should.
yet at all, but it's
That's
Eleanor.
right. She's
I know she's got boobies.
Yeah. So some random Lord Durathill is with her.
More Duracell battery.
Lady Sydney Wakefield is attending with Trevin Dorius. Some guy comes out, I don't have a picture for it. But he does not get introduced with any kind of special title or anything.
Damn.
Basic.
Look at them giving the
I'm
commerce
trying
a
to,
chance.
I don't think there's any more that I have.
What is the...
And introducing Lord Kalen with his intended Lady Anethra. And then the two of you walk out and start going down the stairs. And then
That's my way.
Pretty.
and
That's
now
my way.
the Council of Five and their guest will start the ball with a dance. And so the Council of Five and their dates, Lord Ashcroft and his daughter in this case, you and Kaelin, walk out to the center.
So this doesn't necessarily
Have you ever danced before?
I have actually.
And the
I
music,
have formal training.
actual opens book, writes down. Yeah, and it's just some ballroom music starts up, and you guys start leading the dance, and it goes through about half the song, and then others start joining. Most of them commoners. There's a couple more noble pairings and
Members
stuff.
of my group, their eyebrows perk up, as does Kalen's as they go, "Why does Ethra know how to dance?"
Kaelin is holding you, and he's like, "You're very good at this," and he is very good at this. He's actually doing very good at it.
You know what I imagine when I think of Kalen? I just imagine you. I'm just dancing with a high bit.
in
Oh.
fancy clothes and dresses.
Everyone looking at you.
We're just
So yeah, it keeps going. Like you
in my
notice
bedroom
that
kitchen.
all the noble men actually have like ceremonial swords and stuff on their waist. That's just a thing that they do. The dance finishes, like concludes the first song. People keep the song. Next song starts up. People keep dancing. Some of them go off to the side. I don't know what your plan is, but like Hayward, Ashcroft, and Wakefield go up to the balconies, set the tables and stuff. But they're not going to keep dancing.
They're old as shit.
What?
Croft is old as shit.
Yes, Ashcroft is. Hayward and Wakefield are not.
You don't know that.
But they're going up to dates.
You don't know that.
What are you guys doing?
I'm just going to be dancing and mingling, and I want to just, again, I'm trying to learn anything. My idea is to learn any sentiment that's like anti-empire, to get any sort of like hints of that. But I doubt I'll get much. I'm just kind of enjoying myself.
I am going to slowly sway side to side with Kaylin, and just kind of be like looking around to see if there's someone who wants to dance with me or someone that he could like hand me off to basically.
We could say it gets to that kind of song. Like the song where it is like handing off kind of, yeah. So you can do that. End up with some. You can tell just by like. It's not like immediately obvious, but they're common. They're a commoner.
Can I smell them?
No. Commoner does not mean slums.
Are we commoners?
Okay, so that's what you're doing. You're just gonna mingle and
I'm
dance and
just
stuff. What are you two doing?
Let's just
Because you said that. You said that Wakefield and who else? Ashcroft and
Hayward Daddy.
Hayward. Hey, Hayward went up to the balcony. I want to kind of like, how crowded does it look like?
On the balcony's not really. They're like
It's like
they're not closed off, but they're not like the commoners are not all mingling up there as much.
Okay, so not much cover.
Yeah, not much cover. No.
And you are kind of big and creepy.
and scary as shit.
But they know you. They're not like it's not like oh my god, this guy's here and he's doing stuff. It's like they know who you are.
He just has shadows pouring out of it, be like, you know what I mean?
I like blackness starts to leak out of the eye holes of the mask.
You cannot complain.
That's true.
Have you just looked into this?
So in that case, I want to go up to not like I don't want to like talk to them, but I want to not be draw attention. I just want to get close enough to see what they're discussing, but don't want to be like, oh hey, it's you, come over.
Well, you can say there's paintings on the wall and stuff if you want to look at paintings.
Yeah, I'll go look at paintings.
Which direction are you going? Because I think the map only has 2 on each side. I would say there's 3 tables on each balcony. But Wakefield and Hayward went to one. Ashcroft went to the other. They're sitting at separate tables. They're sitting at separate tables because they do have dates and stuff.
I'm gonna go look at Wakefield and.
Oh, so you're being sexist? Daddy,
Oh, so you're being sexist.
Daddy, what's his name?
Hey,
Just do a perception check if you're trying to overhear anything. What's Grudok doing?
We're bossing
So-
it down.
I'm just twerking a little dancer. Wait, so he's going towards one side with those two?
With those 2, yes.
Okay.
And
Well,
then Ashcroft's on the other side.
I guess we'll
Just mingle and
look
try
around,
some
look at
foods.
the
He can't eat foods, but
Most of them sexual stuff.
Yeah.
sorry, what was it?
perception.
Perception. Yeah, that's
An 8. Hayward's being very flirtatious with his date.
Damn it.
In just their conversation, you can tell is a commoner. And it's just based on how you understand people talking to each other and the way conversations work. You can tell he's like feigning interest. Like he's making conversation, but he's not really caring about this person.
Just trying to get in the pants.
They are very attractive.
But
So he's either trying to get in the pants or just like going with the commoner because it's the commoner's ball and he's setting
trying to
an
build up
example.
reputation.
How
Yeah.
many bastard children do you think he has?
What's that?
At least 3.
Depends.
Did you
you
say
don't-
at least 3?
At least right
At
now
least
you don't
30.
hear anything from Wakefield because she's not talking to her date. A few more dances go. You just kind of mingle with people.
I think I'm gonna once I've gotten my dancing out, I'm gonna kind of go toward one of the sides and just kind of be dancing still, looking kind of social, but really I'm just are there children in here or is it really just more of an adult?
It's more of an adult. There are some children in here.
Okay, I just want to
Yeah.
keep my eye out and just, as Gen said, I just want to.
Busting down sexual stuff.
Yeah,
Do
that's what he said.
Perception
Wait,
check.
what?
It's busting down sexual stuff.
Oh, yeah, on kids.
Uh, 18.
18. Okay.
What have you done?
Are you guys asking any questions, or are you just dancing with random people, or are you?
I kind of want to ask about the nobles and just be asking today was my second meeting with Lord Hayward, and he was kind of forthcoming with some things and just kind of be saying what I've noticed and trying to see if someone either agrees or disagrees. If, maybe talk more about Wakefield and just be today I met Lady Sydney Wakefield, and I was surprised at her knowledgeability around the arts and magic of all types.
Okay.
Just seeing it.
Do a charisma, general charisma check, I guess.
Charisma?
Like, are you trying to persuade people into talking, or just trying to be charismatic enough that they talk?
Charisma. I'm just being
Okay, so
charismatic.
just a
Listen, you
general
see
charisma.
my boobies? I got good boobies.
I got your charisma right here.
14.
Okay.
14 ounces in each one. That's right.
You find someone that you talk about Sydney, and it's
Yeah, Wakefield's.
Yeah. And you mention she seemed to be knowledgeable about the magic arts or whatever. And you just talk to some random person and it's yeah, did you know that her date runs the local magic shop? The Crowned Hero?
Oh.
I was not aware of this. This is on my first occasion in
What?
That was not intentional.
That's where we're meeting Wakefield.
Oh!
That could be.
That could be.
Should we switch it up then?
Okay, okay.
And the person just is yeah, He's been courting her for like
Wait.
the better part of a year now. But
Let's just keep it.
it doesn't seem to like be. She doesn't seem to be super interested in it.
I do hope that she will stop leading him along either. Allow him to move on.
What? Like, did you know that her family's very into dark magic?
I have heard of that. Don't tell anyone that I told you this, but there may be werewolves in the area.
You're kind of starting
Wow.
fast panic.
And I've heard that the Wakefields ain't no more than letting on.
Really?
Can't tell.
Alright.
And I spin off.
To the next person.
Farewell.
Are you
Okay.
dancing with this person while you're talking?
Out of character though, we should probably not have her meet at. We should probably have like anyone meet at that place. Then we should have a different location. For
Oh
that
yeah.
one.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you that guys
Yeah.
this. So
When you said that, I was writing it down. I laughed.
That was just too coincidental.
That's like great coincidence. Oh my god, that's funny. So yeah, that wasn't obvious. They've been courting for a year. She doesn't seem super into it, but she's there. She's dating and whatever. And the crowned hero is like a magic item shop. It doesn't like sell a lot because magic items you can't just all buy them all in the shop, but it has stuff there.
Be good to see.
Mostly expensive stuff, but it would be worth checking.
Our sugar daddy.
We got, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
Uh,
Do it.
Don't know if he's that rich, but
Where does he get money from?
you're just keeping an eye out, right, Bill? Bill's keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
is Kaylin looking at me?
I'm wondering, like, do I feel like at this point, especially since I'm like kind of ranged, is there like an empty table somewhere on one of the balconies that I
Yeah,
can just?
you can go up to
I'm
one.
just gonna go chill
Yeah.
and just I can get a better vantage point. Also, I'm ranged anyway, so
Can I?
Which side are you on? Because
I want to be on the right side. So
when you're looking at the glass on the right side,
yeah. So
Looking at entering.
or like when you enter on the right, or
sorry. Looking at it this way, I want to be on this side.
okay. So I'll say enter left.
Yeah.
So that side's where Ashcroft is.
Okay.
And as it's been like time from passing, Lionel and his date Adriana go up and sit at one of the tables. Stop
Sorry.
getting distracted!
I can't help it.
You get me distracted, and that makes it worse.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, Lionel's just sitting there, and he's like receptively and actively talking to his date Adriana. And you did a perception check, so you can just like you know that they're just talking like he's actively courting her, and she seems to be pretty receptive to it.
Okay.
There's not really any like malicious intent there. He's just attracted to her. And that's,
Can I tootle off the dance floor and go and try to find Lord Hayward?
he's up the stairs where he is. With
With that,
yeah.
can I go and talk to him and his cheeky little date that he's got there?
Okay. What is your intention?
Okay.
We know what her intention is.
I was gonna say, can I tootle up to Lord Hayward? And I'll
just
do-
drop your present on the table.
No, just can I want to do like a deep bow and like obviously be kind of accentuating my chest and just, you know,
You know,
I don't mean to bother you and your lovely date here, Lord Hayward, but I am in search of Lord Bastos. We do need to discuss our intentions for tomorrow. Do you have an idea for him?
I did announce him being here tonight. Yeah. As that's happening, they approach one of the tables on the side that you're on, and Gridog's on, I think.
Oh
And
god.
sits down with his dark elf wife on just one of the tables. I was like, seems to just be over there. Lady Nethra. I didn't introduce my date. This is Larissa Evans. She runs the potions and lotions place in town.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Larissa.
and I'm just gonna do a little bow and
And she seems to like
she seems to like
no, but she seems to try to like fall over herself to be nice to you and stuff. It's like, oh, Lady Nethra, you look amazing this evening. You're incredible in your purple dress.
It is purple.
Yes. You should stop by my store sometime. We have a wide range of all different products. And wonderful lotions that would look amazing on your purple skin.
My purple skin.
My dear Larissa, you are far too kind. And I do apologize for interrupting your day together.
Oh no, it's totally.
I appreciate your help. This book here is lovely. Please, excuse me as I find your fastest.
Of course.
And I will take my leave. And I'm gonna excuse myself.
Okay. Is anyone else actively doing anything, or is everyone kind of passively watching this?
I need to go and talk to Grudok though. So I want to toodle off to the other side.
Where they both are anyway.
Is Belle over there too?
I'm over here. I was
Okay.
curious. I don't want to like when what's her name? His wife.
Ludona.
I want to like look at her for just a second and then like look away and just like not make eye contact. And then, like,
But kind of be like,
I don't know if like she. I'm trying not to draw too much attention to myself. But yeah.
I'm trying to get over to Grudok and Belle.
You guys not together, standing together, right?
I'm at one of the tables. So.
Oh yeah, you were one of the
I'm
tables.
just kind of standing around there.
Okay, I'm gonna come up to Grudok then first and just kind of put my hand on him and I'm gonna go,
We might need to find out who the dates are and what businesses these dates manage, because I'm finding that quite a few of these dates manage many of the locations in the trade market, which we have planned.
That will get more complicated.
So,
I'll find out.
thank you. And then I'm just gonna toodle off over to Belle. And as I walk, I just look like I'm floating, you know, I'm taking
Like
just
the
little small steps,
yeah.
and so I
See
just
what you float.
floating. So I float over to Belle.
You're very good at
Congrats,
that.
team.
Thank you. And I'm just gonna put my hand on you, and I'm just gonna go.
I'm beginning to discover that many of our intended locations are managed by several of the dates of the nobility.
And I'm gonna gesture over to Lord Hayward and, you know, kind of take a small bow, and I'm gonna go,
Lady Larissa is in charge of potions and lotions.
and then I'm gonna gesture over to Lady Wakefield, wherever she is.
Yeah, she's on the other side as well.
I'm gonna kind of gesture more with my head and go,
Lady Wakefield's date is in charge of the crowned hero.
Are you explaining what the Crown Hero is? Or you just not?
no, because
We've
talked about the Crown Hero earlier when we were
You
talking.
didn't know what it was.
Yeah, we didn't know
You
much.
have no idea what it was.
yeah. As far as what it is.
Yeah, I'm like, are you explaining if it's a magic
Oh.
shop? Because that's semi-relevant to what the story of her is.
I basically just said,
Lady Sydney Wakefield's date is in charge of the crowned hero and local magic shop. We may need to find out what other places are managed by the commoners here.
I agree, and I'm wondering if this gets too complicated, there might not be a way to avoid such connections. We'll see what we can do though.
I'm off.
Have you managed to speak with Faustos yet?
You're still keeping an eye on her, right?
Yeah.
Do a perception check.
I'm going to,
What were you doing
in a
again?
very,
Watching Wakefield.
Okay.
like, bells
7.
ringing, I'm going to just laugh, just, you're hilarious. I have not.
I'm getting around to it.
Getting around.
He's a taken man.
Do a perception check.
Passive perception, or I'm doing it.
Just a active.
I don't like it when you prop these things on me.
Are you turning to Hephaestus to talk now?
No, I'm still talking to Belle. Just chatting. We're like good friends. You
We've
know?
known each other for so long.
We've known each other for so long.
Like, almost a week.
You feel like you're being watched.
Okay.
I want to know how long.
My dear, I do quite enjoy our conversations, and I
must find myself my leave. And I'm gonna, take a small bow.
Understood, my lady.
I'm in the area. Can I
Hey, kind of
like see if anyone's?
You do. Yeah, you do a perception check as well because you're over there.
What was that perception?
Yeah, not you doing a good
That's
idea.
a 12.
What? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
What day was the carnival?
I think it was a Monday.
Has it been a week then?
I
So
think
it's been over a week.
No, it's been
Okay,
a week.
April,
It was either. I swear it was Monday. I can look at my list.
like
I
April
think-
16th or something.
Jesus
Alright.
Christ. Okay, so he did his perception check. Do you want me to continue?
Oh, you're not standing next to her because you're kind of a bit further away, so you can't just like talk to her or anything. But you see that Ludona, the Dark Elf, is watching her, and then she's not watching her. Like she turns away, but you just catch her slightly.
Is she gonna have to like pass by me to get down?
No, I was in my image. You were like closer to the start of the balcony. Yeah, closer to the stairs, and then she was a bit further into the balcony area. That's how I was picturing it.
Okay. I'm going to walk over, tootle over to real fast dose, and I'm gonna just take my deep bow, and I'm gonna go, real fast dose. I do apologize for earlier.
Oh no, Lady Nitra, I need to give my apologies. I tend to get some better than sometimes. I shouldn't slow down. I just get very protective of my wife here. May I introduce?
You must be the lovely Delma. And I'm gonna go, I've heard amazing things about you from reputable sources. The ones that I was in touch with earlier were clearly not reputable, being in your presence here. I'm basically calling the nobles liars because I think the Delmas kind of suck up to her, say she's pretty.
Are you trying to? Are you trying to lie?
No. I mean, I am intimidated, but I'm trying to say, like, obviously she looks like...
She stands up and she's taller than you, so she's like slightly looking down at you, but
How tall are you again?
6'2"?
she's like 6'4", so it's not super different. But she does look down slightly.
I'm gonna just kind of bow my head, have a hard time making eye
And
contact.
she like does the curtsy thing. My lady, it is a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine. May I bother you? I don't mean to intrude.
That's okay.
Would it be possible to, take a small bit of time sometime tomorrow?
Are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
Real Fastos.
You were not talking to Rofestos. You were 100% talking to
Oh,
Ladona.
Oh.
I was like, wait, why do you need Ladona's time
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Okay, so I'm like, and just, my apologies, can I take a bit of your time? And then I'm gonna kind of,
Yeah, okay.
turn and just go, Lord Hephaestus, after you left the dining hall, our plans to investigate the issue, we felt that the best proper course of action was to meet with each of the nobles individually to get their unbiased and unfiltered opinion. We were wondering if there was a time we could meet with you.
What time works best for you? I think the only time you don't have something going on is like between breakfast and lunch, right?
Yeah. We didn't like plan a spot.
Tomorrow between breakfast and lunch.
So like a brunch?
I love the word. Let's keep it.
You're welcome at my estate.
My-
Say 10:30.
my humble graciousness for your invitation. I'm not pausing in game. I'm just trying to think of the word. My humble graciousness for your invitation.
Of course. Anything I can do to help.
And I'm gonna, kind of look over at Ludella and go, your husband is one of the few nobles I respect and is charged to take care of many of the issues here in Ravenholt. You've married a decent man.
I agree. She like puts a hand on his arm. My Ella Short is been amazing.
I hope to learn more about you tomorrow. And I will. Thank you.
Oh, before you leave, have you met my daughter Eleanor?
Is that the beautiful lady you attended with? Like, also.
Oh, attending with you. I was like, what? I'm so
Yeah, he's on a
confused.
date with his daughter.
Yes, she's she is a daughter from my first marriage. Who was she with here with?
Is this Conrad? Who she's with?
No, Durathil.
Duracell.
She's attending with Lord Durathil tonight. He seems to be quite taken. I suggest you meet her. She's amazing.
It's no surprise, but that is absolutely stunning. I will have to introduce myself. Have you met my friend Belle? And I'm gonna kind of.
Yeah, go ahead. He was trying to not be conspicuous. He was trying to not get her attention.
It's done.
Listen, you're like the only other dark elf here.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Keep
no,
going.
You're good. Yeah.
You make me feel stupid!
No,
No,
this
this
is
is
great.
great. I love this.
This kind of stuff is what makes
Belle
D&D,
doesn't love
babe.
this, but I love this.
Yes.
Okay. And just go. Have you met my friend Belle? And I'm gonna kind of look over at you and see if you're meeting my eye contact.
I'm gonna see if I'm say even yes, odd no. No, I'm not meeting her.
And I'm
He
just.
seems to be a shy one, is what Lord Elishore says.
He is in the presence of much nobility, far more than I believe he's used to. If you would like, I can introduce you, though I feel at this point he may want to introduce himself.
Of course. We will be here for quite a while. Not much of the dancing time. My wife really comes out. She's not much of a social person. Right, dear? Yes. It's a conversation they've had.
I understand, and I'm in total agreement with you. I find myself attending these events much more than I would like to. If I had my way, I would be tucked at home in my school.
Speaking of books, did you know that the Lady Melissa is a bit of a bookworm?
I was not.
She's not much of a... She doesn't like attending these balls much either.
I did notice she seemed uncomfortable with her attire. Though I didn't want to say anything, it's all reflex, of course.
Yeah, she likes supporting her grandfather.
Noble pursuit, I believe. I do believe Lord Ashcroft has made a wise decision, choosing his granddaughter to foresee the future of the Ashcroft estate. She seems like a very knowledgeable girl.
She's definitely a better choice than her mother. That's for sure.
Her mother was the
That's actually Ludona that says that.
her mother was the how do I say this politely? The
Idiot
oh.
Oh.
of the family? Yes.
I didn't know how to.
We don't have much of a high opinion of her. Yeah.
She seems
She's
rather-
down there, and they point down to her. She's dancing with some rich nobleman down.
She had like the flashiest dress.
Yeah,
Just like a
it's
snake.
ridiculous.
Like
It's a
super
ridiculous
low
dress.
cut right here.
Oh. She seems to be a little mentally absent, if I'm so bold.
Just like her father.
Maybe there's
I did notice I haven't seen Melissa's father. Is he not present?
He was introduced, right?
Melissa's father's dead.
Oh.
I would hope he's not introduced.
This
Oh
is
yeah,
her
because you don't
father.
know.
I don't know
Okay.
this.
Oh no, I don't know what is that? What did I even say his name was?
Daniel.
Daniel, yeah, he passed away a few years ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He was not the brightest either.
It's nice to see that Melissa does not take this
rumors,
attitude.
yeah, rumors are Lord Ashcroft was considering Melissa before he even passed.
And her uncle and aunt are here, correct?
They're dancing, mingling.
I was also privy to two other Ashcroft attendants, Lady Rebecca and Harland.
Yes, Harland being Lord Ashcroft's son.
Are there reasons for Melissa's being chosen over?
I don't think we can speak to her. Ladona kind of smirks and is like, maybe you could ask Lord Ashcroft yourself. As in, like, go ask him, see what happens.
Love for chaos.
Yeah, she's a little chaotic.
I don't think I will find myself in confidence in myself enough to approach Lord Ashcroft. I fear that one too many deep-rooting questions may cause a heart attack in that man.
You seem to have plenty of confidence.
Oh, you're too kind. I presented myself in a way to, I believe, cover a lot of shyness I carry inside. It's comforting to put on these noble robes every day and feel that I am someone that behind closed doors I may not be.
I understand.
It's very intriguing to go to a place like this and feel so surrounded and yet so well.
You seem to be able to take care of yourself, though. And of course, you have your intended, and he's actually walking up the stairs to approach. Let's come over towards where you are.
Like Caitlin?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Intended.
You have got to be strong accents today, dude.
Yes.
My intended.
That's exactly what I just said!
I'm
Are you doing anything, or is Caitlin just going to keep walking towards him?
just gonna let him approach. I'm just gonna, and just kind of say something flirtatious of like, though I am intended with him and it may not have been my choice, it was a lovely choice that was made for me.
Interesting.
Like an arranged marriage.
Do you say that when he's standing there, or as he's approaching?
I guess it's like there.
He walks up and puts his hand around you and kind of kisses you on the cheek. He's like, my lady, how are you? You enjoying the ball?
I was acquainting myself with the lovely Ludelma and her husband.
Yep.
What was that about talking? Not being able to say words properly?
What is his fucking name?
Ella Shore.
Ella Shore! Jesus Christ! I was sitting like Duracell battery.
The music slowly dies down and then starts up again. May I have this dance, my lady?
You may. Please forgive our leave.
And Caitlin leads you back out to the dance floor. He's kind of giving you a minute, but also just checking in to see what information you've learned.
We're dancing.
Anyone else
I love
doing-
it.
Anyone else doing anything in particular?
Can I grab his butt?
Yes, you can grab his butt.
Get a good squeeze.
Just 2 full handfuls of ass.
I'm just asking, just in case. Because I'm like, I got
Because the
some
white
things.
dragon's about to approach is what.
That's the next story arc. Honestly. This is werewolves. I'm not going to just bring a dragon in at the end.
I'm going to talk to Kaylin and basically tell him the same thing that I told Murdoch and Belle about how some of the dates that are here, like we're probably going to have to change some of the places because there's people here. So
Mingling.
We still kind of want to know about Blackburn, his date, because if we're trying to see around places and stuff, connections.
If you just keep overhearing, they are not talking about anything suspicious, and they do they're taken with each other. genuinely, it's just lovey-dovey talk.
Can I make
Maybe
a
kissing
good
as well.
impression? I want to roll master.
Yeah.
Are you putting pastries in your pocket again?
No. I have plenty of food for like a while.
He eats like a grain a day.
A grain of
You are still standing over.
I'm still where I was, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on those 4.
Some time passes.
You didn't do anything.
Well, I wasn't like right there. I was.
Yeah, it was a bit further away.
It's like he's like right.
Some
he's like
time
sitting at the
passes,
same table.
mingling, dancing, like an hour passes, whatever. And then like everyone kind of like quiets down for a second because someone walks in.
The king!
And it is
The emperor himself!
Please don't be a high elf.
elf.
Please don't be a sun elf, I mean.
Shit, oh shit, oh shit.
An
oh
elf
shit,
walks
oh
in,
shit, oh shit, oh
and
shit.
she has
She?
like short cropped blonde hair. It's not even to her shoulders, it's like just below her ears kind of. Let me find my notes, where is it?
What did Yulia Crow look like again?
Well,
They're dark elves.
Okay, okay, just. Well,
Oh,
you just
yeah.
said elf!
Yeah, I did say that. As she walks in, she kind of like walks up, like it quiets down, music quiets down a little bit. She walks up to like the attendant, the announcer guy, and like hands him a note. And then she like kind of stands up straighter. She looks like this. Her eyes are glowing in the image. She has green eyes, but they're not glowing like that. That's just so she looks like that.
Does she look like a sun elf?
You can't really tell. Sun elves usually have like
Golden skin.
golden skin, but it doesn't look quite like a high elf. It's kind of like in between, kind of.
Is she like skin, like our skin color?
You're purple.
No, I'm talking about
Real
us.
life.
No, she's like halfway. A high
don't
elf
think
is
she is.
a high elf is human skin. High elf is human skin. Sun elf's are yellow.
So
She's like halfway between that. she's got like darker non-high elf skin that looks slightly tinged to it.
Okay, wait. Who of. He's a high elf, right?
Yeah, but like the process to become a high elf is a process, right?
A sun elf.
So that's sorry.
Yes.
So could you, like, have sex and have a baby with, like.
Are you saying could she be a half-blood?
Yes.
Yes. That is exactly what she is. That's what I'm trying to explain without saying.
Well, I picked up.
She is halfway between a high elf and a sun elf. What does that mean?
She's a half elf!
She walks in and hands over like a note, and the attendant kind of like stands up straight, and she's actually. Where's my eyes? She's wearing a long, fiery red silk dress with 2 thin straps holding the front, which plunges down past her chest. A hint of cleavage is visible on her sides. She's got side boobs. A long slit rides up the left side of her dress, all the way past her waist, which shows her thin but muscled legs and blood red heels. Are heels a thing in Middle Ages?
Sure.
I think so. Nice blood red leather shoes. As you see her talking to the announcer and handing him a piece of paper, you see Kaylin smirk. Slightly. She then stands tall and the announcer begins to speak, introducing Lady Layla, heiress of the noble house of Valinor.
Is this the
Yeah.
And then she starts walking down, and you do a perception check.
You put a lot of detail into her.
Into Layla? Yes, I did, Layla. You know she's from Moonlight, right? What'd you
Yes. What am I looking for again? Sorry.
Perception.
21.
We'll talk about this later.
Oh, it's not even the same.
Alright.
21.
Yes.
You notice that Lord Hayward is very interested and very much paying attention. And everyone's looking, obviously, because she came late and is being introduced. Everyone's paying attention. But Hayward,
Especially
to you.
my betrothed.
Oh my god.
What house is he from, though?
Betrothed.
Kaylin is smirking because he knows what Layla being here means.
She's trying to get Hayward pants.
Who isn't?
She's trying to get
You were trying.
No, Hayward's trying to get in her pants.
She's not wearing pants!
No, she's not.
Even better for him.
It's even easier. I mean, that's one step
Listen, a
closer.
breeze and all of her Arby's roast beefs are
She like
going
gets to the
be
bottom of the
exposed.
stairs and like starts walking forward and like a couple of people just go to talk to her at the same time.
Like,
Just random like nobles and stuff.
I'm bitter.
Oh my god.
Am I jealous over
What
a
is
fictional
Kalen's
creature? That's literally
What is
just an
Kalen's
image?
house?
Yes.
What is Kalen's house? Do you remember what Kalen's house is?
Kalen's house?
Yes, get over yourself.
Elenos?
Valinor.
Elenos?
Yes,
She's
it's not-
Valinor?
Yeah, Valinor.
Like El
Oh.
Valinor?
Lord Kalen of
Okay.
the noble house of Elenos, Baron of Valinor, is intended Lady Nethra Aeris of the noble house of
Aeris.
Tamriel. I'm just gonna...
You saw the reaction to him.
I'm gonna give him a slight just...
to the balls.
I'm just gonna nudge
He just
him.
looks at you weird, like, what's wrong with you?
She's falling in love.
It was just a show at first, but I forgot that we've met her before.
This is the shapeshifter one, right?
Yes,
The
you've
one-
never seen her actual appearance before.
The fact that she can change who she is makes me uncomfortable sometimes.
She doesn't change who she is. She's just very good with deception magic.
I'm not a fan of deception, dear. Would you like to introduce themselves?
Aren't you being deceptive by pretending to be a noble?
I know. Why the fuck do you think I'm uncomfortable?
He starts leading you over to it. And
I'm just gonna be holding his hand. Maybe a little bit too tight.
It starts to turn purple, but not in a good way.
he like bows and she puts out her hands and he kisses above her knuckles and stuff. It's like, Lady Layla. That's such a too many
Lady
L's.
Lila!
It's a pleasure to meet you. She's like, pleasure is all mine.
You thinking I'm marrying me?
Are you literally mocking them as you're talking? You're mocking them, but like really quietly.
I'm mocking the fact that he's having a relationship with himself over there.
This is why I want to get rid of NPCs.
What's her name again?
Layla. How did you?
Listen, that was over 10 seconds ago, okay?
That's the whole thing.
I know, I think I'm unmotivated right now. I'm gonna bow. And I'm just gonna maybe expose my chest a little bit more than I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna bow normally and just go.
Lady Layla, it's so nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine.
You look stunning, my dear. Please, tell us, how have you been?
It's been wonderful. Everything's been amazing the last few days.
Everything has been taken care of and well looked after.
Absolutely.
It's good to hear.
I'm struggling.
Kalen just like rolls his eyes. May I have this dance, Lady Layla? Okay, he moves to the dance floor and dances with her, and he's conversing with her, and you can't hear it.
Murdoch! Dance with me! I need
I
attention.
hear like forward. Forward.
You're paying attention. You see what's going on.
In the corner.
No, I'm just watching, like,
Do a perception check.
Oh. You're not allowed to describe fictitious women.
16.
I'm going into explicit detail now. 16, okay. You see Ladonna like looking over at you occasionally, but it's not like
Oh,
she's just like.
ouch.
From what you can see, it's just curious.
Are you like, I don't know why, but in my head I imagine you just like talking to yourself in the corner, like, you can do this. You're so you are a dark elf.
I'm just like, just staring off. Like, I can like feel her looking at me, and I'm just like,
Hey.
I'm like trying to find a way to get past that table without having to start a conversation.
Would it be absurd
Jump
for
over
me
the
to
rail.
actually dance with Murdoch?
No. He's your bodyguard. He's not freaking like
Hulk?
Hulk.
Never
Yes.
that.
he's not that much taller than you. He's like, yeah, he's definitely taller, but orcs are still in the 6 foot range.
Okay.
Yeah, you go out on the sales floor. You know,
You've been at work too much here.
you go out on the dance floor and dancing.
Bust it down, sexual stuff.
You see it first because they walk past you, but like Lord Ashcroft is walking with Melissa down to the dance floor, and you just over here with your roll. It's like just one more dance and I'm going to retire from you. It says
Lord Ashcroft.
Lord Ashcroft. He's older, so he's
His
gonna
bedtime's
retire.
at like 7:30.
6:30. He's like, I gotta take a Tums and go to bed.
So Lord Ashcroft goes down with Melissa and
It's not your time to do that.
perception check.
I'm already struggling as it is. My insecurity.
Sorry, percent. That is a 19.
Okay. So yeah, you see on the other side Lord Ashcroft going down the stairs to dance with Melissa. Melissa. Too many names. And as you see that a couple people are just like noticing that he's going down, and they kind of like know the routine of like him
Having his last dance.
having a last dance kind of thing.
Really, because he wants back.
He's gonna retire.
He's gonna retire.
There's like
In all ways.
there's like 2 dozen couples out dancing, which is actually a lot. Lord Hayward like asks Larissa for another dance and stands up and starts walking down.
You can tell he just wants to be close to Layla, right? Is he dancing like...
Oh, he's like getting up to go down and talk, and then immediately stops at Layla.
Is Ralph
I mean,
fast
well,
as
yeah,
go dance at all?
he
Like, are they
was
making the
Who's on
same
your
thing?
side?
Well, like Layla's dancing with Caleb, so he like walks up and starts dancing next to Caleb, and like
This is Ashcroft we're talking about?
no Hayward. Sorry.
Hayward
Oh, because he wants to get
He wants to... Yeah,
He wants to get into a dance.
he wants to eat Arby's, okay?
And he walks up to Lord Caleb and he's like, and he looks at her and says, "May I have this dance?" And she says, "Of course, my lord," and starts dancing with him. Kaelin starts dancing with Larissa. Is that his name? Larissa, yes.
I think this is just speaking to my insecurity. That's your one.
And you're dancing with Griddock. You're still upstairs watching.
I'll just be upstairs now and kind of just...
Like, cause Sydney's still up there, and she's like completely ignoring her date now. Like it's like he's completely head over heels in love, so he doesn't really notice or care that she's not listening, but she's not listening.
Am I like in front or behind them?
You're behind, presumably, because the seats are, the tables are near the balcony, and you'd probably be up against the wall or something.
I wanna... Just to see. I wanna go... So, like, I kinda wanna go... Like, kind of, like, in front of them, and, like, kind of lean over the railing and just look at the party, but also kind of, like, pay attention to it. See if maybe anything...
Do a... You are actively paying attention, so do a perception check.
There's a... 7, 11.
Okay. You notice that as you walk like forward and kind of make yourself more visible, I guess. Sydney like looks at you and is just watching what you're doing. She's not like paying attention to you, but she's like casually looking because she's not doing much else. Perception check.
That would be an 11.
You see it as it's happening. One of the people that's like dancing on the dance floor is a middle-aged man dancing with a middle-aged woman, kind of closer to Lord Ashcroft than anyone else. Everyone hears a howling sound,
I fucking knew it.
and then a screaming sound, which you can tell comes from Melissa, and then there's a werewolf attacking Lord Ashcroft,
Fuck.
slashes down on him, and digs very deep with his claws.
Okay,
Everyone
like-
roll initiative.
Yeah, like my bow is out.
Fuck.
Yeah, this is what I meant by carnival.
When you said that, I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Initiative?
Oh,
22.
You bitch
damn,
whore.
21.
What?
We have
Everyone,
You
inspiration.
should cut me being jealous of you.
what was that?
We have inspiration.
You have inspiration,
Can
yeah.
I use
Oh.
our initiative
Uh-huh.
rolls?
Yep.
What'd you get?
4. That's much better.
What is yours?
Dirty 20.
What's yours?
22.
9.
21.
Okay.
You ruined it. You could have been 19.
Wait, what'd you get?
I got a 9. So Wolf
Loser.
and Bell. Or not Bell, excuse
No
me.
matter what happens, Kaylin's at the bottom.
Hockey.
Oh shit, yeah. No big deal.
Kaylin's at the bottom, you said?
I forgot to add anything for hockey.
I
Or
think if he has a dex modifier, you do. If you go to extras on your thing, I think it should be the last tab.
So Kaylin was bottom, correct?
Yes.
no, on the bottom.
bottom.
Dex.
I would know.
So would
You actually wouldn't.
so would Layla.
Dex says +3.
Layla might know.
Layla?
Dex is +3, so you roll and then add 3.
Okay. That would be 11.
Okay, so 1 second.
Wait, what was his noble house again?
Okay, you said 22.
Elenos.
How close is Elenos to Valinor?
They're both in the same country, just not this country.
House
You
of
got
Elenos,
21.
Baron of Val.
That's what we have.
You got 30, 20, you said? What's your dex modifier?
Yep.
Oh, are we?
I like her eyebrows.
+4.
What am I supposed to do? Is that a no?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're next.
You're a noble dude?
I mean, what we do. Yeah, because like we probably don't want. Let's see, I don't know.
Yeah,
I have a bodyguard.
Put him on here.
I know. This is going to take a second because I've got fucking tons of rolls to do.
About to light it up though.
What did Hockey get?
11.
So he's still higher than me. I think I'm just above Kaylin at this point. What did you get?
22. This is the only die that's been rolling well tonight. So,
Is it one of the first two that you were rolling with? Did you throw those away?
I haven't, but they're right here.
But they're going in dice jail.
They need to go in dice jail. We need to go in dice jail. Just go. Dice jail.
No more Malay.
Small lady.
No more Malaya.
Malay.
I don't know why you're putting it so far up your nose. Don't worry.
Don't worry, Malay.
No.
I got you. And he's gonna push me to the side and just just hold my
I might be forgetting someone, but it's Kaylin,
Okay.
then Lionel.
There's a
Lion.
werewolf come through, right? Was it Blackburn and?
No.
Blackburn,
Blackburn's father died from the werewolf attack, but
They were
Hayward's are
hunters.
the ones that hunt.
Hayward's Hunters. Roderick.
Roderick is a guard.
Mhm.
Hayward's guard.
I'm not going to roleplay it. I'm not going to do combat for every single person here that might fight in this scenario. I'm just doing some.
Roderick.
Layla.
Jesus. Layla's gonna fight.
She gonna be the Scarlet Scarab?
I like the name for this.
From his speaking.
Hayward.
But I want to see.
Jesus Christ, babe, we don't know.
The title, the name of it.
Was that Dutch?
Oh wait, what was
He got 21.
hockey?
Oh, hockey is 11.
I missed that. We're just gonna have to use a thingy.
I have one for hockey.
Oh, do we need? Then you're gonna have to change it. Hockey's third from bottom.
Wait, I have a 9, dude.
Oh. Yeah. What's your? Oh no, you are second from bottom then. Then it's Lionel. Then it's Hockey. Then it's Roderick.
Oh,
Layla,
that's so
Hayward.
sad, but I love it.
Roderick. Layla. Layla.
Oh shit.
Woohoo. Hayward.
Werewolves.
However that means.
Werewolves or werewolves?
There's more than one.
Plural.
It's not direwolves, it's werewolves.
Die wolf?
Wolves.
Okay.
Again, Gridlock, Bill.
And Gridlock. No. Yeah.
Now, I get all this.
I'll just leave this right here.
Wow! Look at you, babe!
This was done last week. The last session, I
I'm
mean.
ready for this last week.
Oh, this is so cool.
I like up here, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I-
no, you're closer. You would be more where the chair is over there.
I'm
No,
missing
sorry,
out.
the couch area. Because this is where Ashcroft was, and then it was.
Oh, so I'm like over here.
Yeah, you're over there.
I'm
Where are we
guessing.
dancing?
Okay, my range, I think I can still hit anything.
I'm dancing. Kaylin was dancing
Okay,
with.
we're gonna set up the important minis first.
We're not important around here.
Bitch.
Well, you know.
Oh no, we are dancing, aren't we?
Dancing together.
Dancing.
You guys, this is where I want to be. On the sidelines, not in the middle of combat.
I
can support
literally
you.
can't do anything. I don't have my shield.
This
I don't
is-
have. I can do.
You have
the
everything
one dancing
first?
with Kaylin.
I have her shield.
That's Layla.
No, that's not Layla. Layla's dancing with Lord Hayward.
Oh right, they were dancing together, but she's dancing with Hayward now. Okay.
That's what. The man you want.
They're together. Put them together. These two are together.
Wait, so
This is
I know, but this is-
Layla.
That's Layla. Dance and dance.
Roderick is just kind of standing over here to the side.
Big boy.
Ashcroft is on the ground right here.
dying.
His,
Melissa.
I don't have a proper knee for that, so that's that.
That looks a lot like Melissa, though. Actually.
I want to keep your appearance of noble and not fighter.
Yes.
These are the other two Ashcrofts. The only way you'll be able to tell is by the fact that they don't have bases, and that means they might not stand up properly.
They're drunk.
You're wrong.
Blackburn was. I'm trying to think what Blackburn was. He came. Did he come down or was he still up here?
I thought he was still up. I don't remember.
I think.
No, he was on this side, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I thought the Ashcrofts were over there personally, but
Where was?
I didn't talk
Doesn't
to
anyone know about because
Black.
I know
Who was the one that you overheard them talking, right? Who
So I
was the
thought-
one that
I
overheard
thought
that?
it was Yumi and Ashcroft on this side.
No, but
I thought that
Blackburn.
Alphastos was over here.
No, who was Blackburn? I said there was 3 on each side. There's only 2 on the map, so I just got to change it slightly. But
okay, because I know for sure I was over there with Hayward and Wakefield on
yeah,
that side.
who was it? Who was it that overheard Blackburn and that being lovey-dovey?
That was.
Okay, so that would have been on this side then. We'll say they're here. Which means do I have real Thasters? We roll Thastos as a guy, as a girl. I don't have many minis. Wakefield is over here. And that means you're over there as well.
You have them in chairs.
Yeah. You're over. Where's your mini?
No, I know I'm doing.
Over there somewhere. I'm running out of
I don't know what
minis.
to say here. Yes, you're just saying no.
I was gonna have Rothastos' daughter, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I don't have her as an initiative, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Sure.
So far it's only one wolf.
For now.
Where's one of these?
What the shit?
Oh no, those are wolves.
Well, it's not a full moon either, so I mean, no one's.
Oh wait,
gonna
no, I
be-
do need the
Out
daughter.
of going crazy.
Yeah, well, because if they buy it, no one's gonna easily just transform. Right?
We assume. We don't know what kind of dark magic they're doing.
I'm just gonna use one of these tokens.
Good thing we have 2 belts.
Collars me?
Yeah.
Can you put this over that corner kind of? That's
Over
Eleanor Rothastos and her date
Can you tell if they're wearing collars?
Oh.
somewhere right.
Why are there so
And they will start like
You
kind of
jinxed
transforming
it,
and
didn't
stuff. Okay. Let me change
Wait,
music.
wait.
You should have done your detective.
All of the nobles that we know of are in this room.
Yeah.
curse.
I want to
We need
be.
to detect curse
We need to
on
be paying attention to who's being avoided in this fight.
Okay.
Oh! Smart point.
So-
Unless they choose to get attacked so they don't look
No.
suspicious.
You're first.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Wait. Sorry. Surprise round, so that he gets attacked. He is down and bleeding out. He doesn't have much health. He's old and frail. He goes down immediately. She screams. He starts transforming, but hasn't attacked anyone yet. Oh. These are all going to be everyone else. So it's either zombie, goblin, or cultist is just random people.
Okay, I was like, I'm sorry!
They're all they're goblin, they're zombies, or they're cultists. And they're just
We'll find
random
out.
people everywhere. This is going to be annoying,
Suddenly there's
What's the people in the
zombies.
but this is the only way it can happen. You have too many people about you.
No fireballs.
There's
What?
maybe a couple up there, but not that many.
I'll just stick up.
Maybe put some up on these balcony areas. Yeah. Okay, so this werewolf is just going to attack this person. I'm not going to roll, they just go down. This one attacks the one next to it, that one goes down.
Okay.
And where was the other werewolf? This one attacked here. This one is running to attack, but hasn't actually I'm just going to move some saves here. And now it's top of the round though. So surprise round's over, there's 3 people dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One diagonal, right?
Mhm.
I'm just going to be targeting the one that's next to Melissa.
Yep. I need to write hit points for them. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm going to do.
Sorry, which one's this one?
So that's 4.
Does a 13 hit?
I think it does. Yes. Just.
Okay. I'm going to mark it as a foe. So I'm going to deal. This, plus this, plus this.
Oh yeah, you can use the death tokens in place of the minis just to make it easier. But that upside down mini is a person that's still up.
Down
So-
right there.
12 total damage to this.
Okay. That was 4, yes.
Yeah, it's alright if I just leave Ashcroft on the right.
Mm-hmm.
He's special.
I can't even use any of my spells because I don't have my paladin.
Shield.
No, not my paladin
No,
Focus.
focus. I don't have my focus.
Your religious symbol or whatever.
My
well,
focus.
where is your shield?
I have it.
Oh, you're carrying around my shield, or is it at home?
No, I'm carrying it.
That's always what we've said, is that it's carrying it. You have your sword in your bag. You don't...
Am I gonna break my noble facade?
You don't have armor on. So you have your sword in your bag. If you want to
Okay,
be
so I
like,
have
oh,
my-
I have my sword, and then you're gonna just not get in range of stuff.
Okay, well if I have my focus, that means that I can do spells.
And yeah, you have your sword is your focus for your warlock spells.
Okay.
So you can at least do your warlock stuff, which is tons of stuff. That's void bolt and everything. Okay, sorry. So you marked that one as which one?
This
I
one.
think you have a
yeah.
hunter's mark thing, yeah. Just so we remember.
Yeah.
And that means you're concentrating as well if you want to put that on goal. Okay. So it was Grudok next, and then Gens after that.
I was like, get behind me, my lady. And I'll
Push her.
I'll kind of stand in front of you, and then I'll shoot that werewolf that's over there. Ooh, let's see. From a pistol +5, so that would be 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1d6 plus. It's gonna be 6 damage. Oh, do I get something with the nectar beam, right? What is that again?
You don't have sneak attack because you have to have an ally next to it, and
Oh, no,
Uh,
the werewolf.
a commoner doesn't count as an ally.
Oh, okay.
So you said 6 damage?
Yeah. And that doesn't count as anything?
She has to
no,
be
no,
next to the
commoner.
werewolf.
Yeah,
She has to be,
commoner
like,
has to be next to the
in the 5
enemy.
foot.
Or you send in Hawkeye to do
Oh,
it.
that's right. Okay.
So Gien is next.
Okay. How far is the drop?
It's 15 feet maybe. 15 feet is probably the max it would be.
How do we calculate
you wouldn't take damage from 15.
Because you're a fucking ninja.
Yeah, you would just be fine.
Okay, in that case, I
Because
jump down. It's like right here.
Mhm. Yep. You just jump off the balcony and just fucking do a front flip and land.
Yeah.
Superhero landing.
Yes, of course. I do the whole like, punch on the ground and stuff.
I'll punch on the crap.
That leaves me with 25. So in that case, right?
Well, no,
Or how much
you
was
technically only moved like what 10 feet and then dropped. Does dropping count as movement?
I thought it did.
Does it?
I thought it counted.
It probably does. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like dropping in place.
Yeah. Technically.
Well, because I was like here and
Oh, dropping down.
dropping. I jumped over the balcony. And
Well, you have
dropped
40
down
feet,
one.
so you could still move 3 more squares at least.
Okay.
So you can get to the werewolf there.
And would throwing an item be action?
Yeah. Well, if you're making an attack, it counts as.
Well, not an attack, just like.
Well, it would count as like. It's either an object interaction or an attack. So yeah, it would be an action either way. Whatever you. What were you thinking?
I was thinking of throwing a shield, but I don't want to like throw it and have it land like down here or something. It's like that moving.
Yeah, that would be an action because it would be like an object interaction.
Wait, can I?
Well, you can interact with one object, but like throwing something like that would be your action.
Okay, so in that case,
You can just drop it and then move forward and attack. But
I'll just have to make my little return after having the flip onto me. So I'll just go up to this werewolf and do the attack with my katana, which will be a 19 to hit.
mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's a D10.
Well, you no D10 for your katana.
Katana, yeah.
Yeah.
But I pulled out D4s.
Oh.
You're a little bit of a mess there, here.
That's 10
That's 10. Okay.
plus.
10 plus 4, so 14 damage.
That's against number 1.
And then I'll use a key point and do Fury of Blades.
Mm-hmm.
So first one is it's a
First one is a shit.
9 to hit.
No, it doesn't.
No.
Hit it all over the way. And then, because I do 2, right?
Yeah, you do too. Mm-hmm.
And the second one is a 17 to hit.
Yep.
And that is 3 plus 4, so 7 damage.
It's not bad.
How's he looking?
You did 21 damage to it in 1 turn.
He's not bloody.
Well, you
No,
did-
because when they do bloody, they go into that frenzy
Frenzy.
rage.
True.
So that werewolf is going to turn around and attack you.
Wait, you did 21 damage?
Yeah, 21 damage to it in 1 turn. Which I could have done more if I didn't miss the first Fury Blades.
Yeah, it's going to attack.
Notice I don't want.
Black. 16.
That does not hit.
That's the one you want to miss. And then claws don't attack you either. Just turn that werewolf around so it's facing him.
I'm untouchable, bitch.
This werewolf over there just runs to the next person. Immediately kills them.
There's no werewolves in Raven Hall.
There's your
never
proof,
happen.
bitch.
You can't deny it now, can you? Then the third
Okay,
one.
the one who was saying that most is now dead. So
Maybe
Well,
he's
but
not
he was
bloody.
also kind of weak.
So this werewolf's going to attack this commoner to kill them and then run up to Grudor. 20 to hit.
I'm serious.
It's only 15.
You take 8 points of slashing damage as its claws come down on you. And then the fourth one.
Oh crap, unless it's a metric one. militia.
Oh, I forgot the guards. I don't have stat blocks for guards. Yeah, I can just do it in my head. Just to make sure, he's going to finish him off. So he's going to use one of his attacks on him. So he's like, you can replace this thing now.
On Ashcroft?
Yeah, if he even had a possibility of staying alive, he doesn't now. He's dead.
I'm gonna just. Is it alright if I just leave him there?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't know.
So that we,
It's
like,
true.
And be reminded.
But he's dead, and then he's gonna turn and attack. She takes 7 damage. She is not looking great.
Girlfriend.
She kind of falls to her knees, but she's not dead. And then that's everything. Yep. Hayward's next. Where the hell did Hayward end up?
Let's see.
Yeah, we're trying.
Hayward's here in the middle. He's gonna run over to this one.
What's he wearing?
Yeah, that one's Hayward. No. Yellow is Layla. Just for future reference, that's always gonna be her mini.
Okay. He's running over to that one.
And then he's gonna pull out the sword that he has on his waist.
Oh, such a man.
And he is going to. I don't know how to do it.
I think you have too many
I
NPCs there, dude.
have too many. Hold on. It's easier to look it up on my phone.
You can't equip this shit, right?
Nah.
Okay. You can't? I can't. Physically do it?
Well, you can hold it, but it won't do anything. Like you can't do anything else with it, basically.
Can I run into people with it?
Just bash it.
Just grab the shield and just bash.
You can't Captain Marvel, you know.
Captain Marvel, you mean Captain America?
No, I mean Captain Marvel.
Okay, so you recognize what happens. He uses Zephyr Strike.
Hey, I was about to do that.
So he's concentrating. Do you want to put a concentration thing on him? We should have one. It's teal, I think. And then he's going to swing with his sword twice. Hits. That's hits. Zephyr Strike mattered. Got a natural 20. On his advantage.
Just about to use.
Okay, so I need to roll damage for that first.
What can I say?
I need 6s. He does 8 damage. But wait a second. 4.
We might not be having a meeting with one of the nobles tomorrow.
He does 20 damage on his first
But
attack.
it's also probably not that noble.
And marks it as his foe. Oh wait, you can't have 2 concentration skills, never
We
mind.
can meet with Melissa. You two.
I don't think she'll be wanting to meet.
He does 27 on his first attack on that.
She's gonna be greedy.
Yeah, but she's got to do all the important stuff now because he's dead.
And then...
But she still needs time to grieve.
She's going to get on
Well,
that
on the
shit.
next. So he does 39 to that one there.
Jesus!
How much?
39.
Is he gonna go frenzy?
Yes, he does. He strikes out with his claws against him as a reaction.
Fucking knew it.
I don't know where my fucking dice are going.
4.
And he does get it.
That's from the center shirt.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's not a good thing to say. Please don't say that.
Okay, that's fine. He takes 6 piercing damage. Okay. Layla's turn. Layla is... Well, yeah, she was standing right there. Sorry. So she, as she's standing there, anyone that's paying attention to her sees that her dress that she's wearing slowly starts to transform, and it's now studded leather armor.
Freaking illusion / polymorph, whatever.
It's actually in the armor.
Oh.
It's climate leather armor,
Yeah.
studded leather armor or whatever. And then she pulls out 2 daggers and runs up to that one. She makes it. She's gonna do 2 main attacks. Those definitely hit. She's gonna offhand attack, that one hits.
Guys, keep it out. Moonlight check.
She does 21 to that one. Okay. And it is sheathed in booming energy, which means it's marked with booming blade. So if it moves, then it takes damage. Okay. Roderick. Fuck no. Roderick runs up to the closest one where Gen is and attacks.
Is this one?
Yeah.
One hits, one doesn't. He's got a great sword in his hand. He just like pulls a great sword off his back. Does 9 to that one.
Get on my lap, man.
And then it's Lionel's turn. Lionel's up here. He's not really a fighter, so he's not brave enough to just jump off. But he's gonna dash all the way as far as he can.
This
So
is
he,
my line.
yeah, so make it 12 squares as far around as he can.
1, 2, 3. Sorry, just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You can move over one more to look at it. Okay, so that's all he does. Wait, I skipped you, Beb. It's your turn.
How dare you?
Oh, I didn't skip you. It's actually your turn next.
Just get hockey.
No, you skipped
Oh
hockey.
yeah, hockey.
Oh yeah, what's Hockey doing?
Just gonna go down
What
the
isn't
next-
hockey?
Is Hockey just gonna like do the help thing on that one? Then she'll have advantage on her attack on it, or you will if you attack it next to it.
We'll do that.
Yeah, and then he can fly off up to the side if you.
Fly and look at the stars.
Okay, I'm gonna, kind of try to feign. How would you do this? Because I don't want to give myself away. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach forward and I'm gonna grab the back of Grudok, and so kind of like hiding my hands. I am gonna, I don't know how to describe it, like my hands are kind of like on either side of him, but one of my palms is slightly open, so it may look like it's coming from Grudok,
Okay.
basically. But I'm gonna cast Void Bolt.
Do a stealth check. Or sleight of hand check if one's better than the other. Do sleight of hand actually.
10.
Okay.
I know Shadow.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Void Bolt at that.
You have advantage.
You're welcome.
24 to hit.
Yep.
22, excuse me, to hit. Okay, so there's that, and then 1d10. 8. I can do this, guys. That's I know. That's 8.
Nice.
8 damage.
Yuck.
And then, let's see. So that's my action. Fuck. What is that?
She ran over that.
No. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Well, that's a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Kalen's next. He is going to use Misty Step.
And? Or that one.
That one over there, yeah. To the
Number
right.
2? Or to number 1, excuse me. You are
Yeah.
right.
Teleport right there. And he's going to attack.
Does it look like these ones are wearing collars?
Your turn's next.
Your perception.
Perception check or kill it.
Well,
Oh,
if
that's
not, they have
avoid
the collars,
killing
maybe we
possible.
don't want to kill them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the he attacks with both, but he doesn't do a whole lot of damage. So yeah, then it's Bell.
So can I tell if like they're wearing collars at all?
Do a perception check.
I really have to squint to make sure.
14.
No, they're not.
Okay. So I'm going to like try to shout as I'm like try to keep one alive if possible, or all of them. But I'm going to well, that's better than last time, so that's got it. That's a 14.
Yeah. Were you doing Zephyr Strike or?
No.
Okay, that's what I double check.
Okay, so that give me 1 second.
You're doing Searing Strike, right?
Yeah.
You always do that.
Yeah. Okay,
Wow.
so that'll be
So much review.
15 total damage.
And so Doge like shoots an arrow and the tip of it kind of lights up with a little bit of flame, and then brutal.
So you can tell that none of them had.
No, I don't have bullets.
But he still yelled out to keep them alive, or at least one.
I'll do attack and bonus attack.
Do we know who
with
these
my
people were
cutlasses.
before? Like, were we able to tell?
They were just random commoners
Okay.
that were in the building. None of you guys rolled very high perception checks.
Yeah.
I just
Every time I asked for one, it was not very high.
I got a nat 1. Do I have an
yeah, you have inspiration.
Okay, I will use it.
You shoot
Ooh.
me.
Well, are you
So
attacking
first
with
one's gonna be 24.
yeah, are you attacking with your sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing his action, his bonus action.
Wait, what is my black water cuts his magic? I forget what it is.
I think it's just a +1 weapon, so it just makes it easier to hit. I can do slightly more damage.
Oh, that's 1d6 plus 4. That's gonna be 8 damage. And then I'll do my bonus action another cutlass attack. Ooh, fuck. That's gonna be 7.
Nope. Unfortunately not.
So,
Okay.
I got one.
Again, your turn?
alright, so I'm gonna attack with that little katana. Shit, that's a 20.
Does not hit.
What did you just say about
And I can only use key points if I hit, right?
Yeah. Wait. A few extra attacks? I don't know.
No, key points.
No, but like your flurry of blades, I'm not sure if you need to hit for that, or if you just need to attack.
After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key.
Yeah, so you can do it. You took the attack action, you just didn't hit with it. So you can still do the flurry of blades if you want.
So I'll do for your blades.
Yeah.
First one is a 16 plus 6.
Mhm.
Whatever it is. That's 8 damage.
I forgot to do something at the end of the round, but I'll just do it next.
And second one is a 12 plus 6.
Both hit.
Yep. And that is also 8.
So it's
So
8 and 8.
16 damage total.
You can get advantage on your attack.
It strikes out to attack you. Its reaction. Rolls
Well, yeah,
19
like
plus
then it's the
something.
second attack.
Okay, yeah.
So
If Hockey is helping, does that mean he gets help with every attack?
No, you have to use it every round. And it's only one attack.
well, so I use my initiative on the first attack. When I missed the
Inspiration,
second
you
one.
mean?
Yeah, inspiration. So
Could
with
he
Hockey's help, could I?
use Hockey's help for his second attack?
No, because you have to command Hockey to go on his turn.
And that's already used it.
And Anethra used it for the last round.
Oh, there you go.
Do a Constitution saving throw.
I forgot about that too.
How does a 13 sound?
You pass the save. But take 8 damage as it bites into your shoulder.
I'll take the damage, I just don't want
Okay, what I forgot to do at the end of it last time, so I'm going to do it now, is move everyone that's not in combat away 5 squares, 6 squares.
Just away from the...
Like, just as if they're running
Towards
out.
the exit?
Yeah, towards the exit.
to.
Including those ones you had there. in your hand.
With it, like, because there are doors over here. I don't know if they try to run this way. Or if those aren't there.
Oh, yeah, those are doors. Yeah, they could run through those.
Because, like, I feel like they try to run away from, not
like
toward.
this.
You know what I mean?
Well, if they're close to it, do it. If not, just move them towards the exit. Because some of them are just going to be hysterical and just trying to run towards the exit.
This one in the middle is that's
Just a child.
No, probably
Just run straight through the middle, yeah. I mean, terrified, running past the werewolf, but...
Almost shame.
running past it.
Okay,
Running nothing.
these ones on the balcony need to be moved.
Are
These
these
are doors, right?
People?
including, like...
Yeah, even
were-
the nobles, they can run out, yeah.
Yeah, I think those ones can move further. These ones they only
These
move
are
like
doors.
5 or 6
Yeah, those
squares.
doors,
So.
Okay, I think that's everyone.
The entire ballroom.
Do we move everyone?
Oh,
Okay.
just shapes.
About.
This werewolf over here is going to attack the big dude.
Roderick?
Yeah. Crap, I need to figure out what his AC is. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
Grab onto your arm, dude. You grabbed onto your arm. I was turning.
Okay, one of them hits.
Reverse now. You already attacked me. You almost cursed me.
6.
Werewolf was it?
Roderick takes 6 damage.
That can't be.
That's on I can't on that for it.
Oh, my bad.
Wait, what?
This one is actually going to leave combat with those two and run for the upside down token.
Oh, this guy?
Yep.
That's someone we know, right?
That's her. No, that's his daughter's date.
Eleanor's dead. Yes.
Where's it?
Oh, no, is his kid.
I said where?
Oh, wait, in the corner.
He takes 15 points of damage, is basically dead, and is currently being cursed with lycanthropy.
Shit. Who was he again?
What was his name? So many fucking people.
He's the
Is that Conrad?
cellophane, or the
Duracell.
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 Was he in charge of again? Is he fin-
he's like nothing but...
No, he
he's
was
in
actually
relation
another. He was another noble,
Yeah.
but just not like high up. Okay, this one's going to attack Grudok. Both of those hit.
Of course.
Do a Constitution save.
Shit. Yeah.
No, he's not dead yet. So. I'm not dead. He's just past that and cursed.
There's no way I'm gonna pass this. I don't know where to.
Your Constitution.
I was gonna.
Constitution is right there.
That's a 6.
Okay. How much health do you have?
I'm at 20 out of 28.
Okay, so you take 22 points of damage first.
Shit.
22?
Yep.
Poor. It's okay. I'm right behind you.
And you are currently being cursed with lycanthropy. This
Okay.
fourth one over here is distracted by Lord Hayward. So he's going to attack Lord Hayward.
Is the Hunter's Mark or
That's
mine.
Bell's.
thing still on?
Yeah, that's Bell.
He hasn't
How's that
taken. He has to take a certain amount of damage or something. I always forget concentration.
Oh, for me, yeah. So,
Oh wait, no, it's not concentration. you're concentrating on him.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So you have to just keep your
But how does concentration work when you determine if you have to roll for it?
So it's either half rounded down, or sorry, half rounded down damage, or 10, whatever's like the lowest.
Yeah.
That's the DC for a concentration check. So if you do a lot of damage in one hit, break concentration.
So first one is going to be 9 piercing damage. And he passes his save.
Please good.
You're gonna eat your ass.
Good. Maybe you can join them. Find
Yeah,
out their
well.
secrets. Not because we
I have
don't.
to be a spy.
Yeah, I wasn't saying to leave us.
Oh, I was like,
Fine, I'll join them. Whatever.
Jeez, you don't have to say twice. I'll join them.
I'll be a spy.
They'll never see it coming. Our rouge.
Okay.
Just make sure to not be rendered on for me.
Oh, and you said there was. Oh, he's going to be able to save him. Yeah, he's still concentrating. Okay. Now just make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I did all 4 attacks, right? That one went for that one went for the guy over there. He's turning. Grid's turning.
What is Melissa doing right now?
She's just hysterical.
Okay.
Like, she's attacked and not looking good, but she's
Kind of
not,
like on the ground. Probably.
she's on the ground, like on her knees, attacked, but she's kind of just staring at her grandfather and crying like crazy, like ballistic tears.
Ballistic tears?
Yeah, ballistic tears.
Yeah,
Okay,
She shoots the werewolves.
Hayward's turn. He's gonna attack the werewolf. That's a nat one. The other 2 hit. And 12, 15, 19. Oh, that werewolf's dead.
Nice.
Nice, God.
Then it's Layla's turn.
Tyranny's still concentrating.
Because he's on Zephyr
Layla's
Strike.
yellow.
Yeah, he's still on
Layla
Zephyr
is yellow.
Yeah, Layla's over there. She's gonna run up to the one that ran away.
That one?
What? Yeah, she's yeah.
Hey!
Oh, that one's supposed to take damage from Booming Blade.
Oh, yeah.
6 damage too.
Stop.
I just.
Look.
You did it.
You can reach, I think.
No.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah, she runs up. Is going
Which
to.
one?
She was a bitch. B-I-C-T-H. Damn, she's doing shit all. She rolled a 1 and a 2.
You've done shit all!
Is that Layla?
Yeah, Roderick's
Sorry,
going to attack that one. What the fuck?
There you go. Now you know how good Layla really tries.
Oh, okay. Actually,
You could never satisfy him anyway.
Not like I could.
No, look at good.
You saw me bathe once.
Terrible.
Yeah.
You saw my 8 bands.
that one takes 24.
Oh, jeez. Wait, which one? This one or...
Number 3.
Wait, are you on the ground?
Number
Number 1.
Are you unconscious?
I was at 20 health and I took 22 damage.
So unconscious and current.
Oh, and he's suffering wolf.
Lionel is gonna keep running. he's actually gonna like. He sees the guy go down here. He's gonna jump off now.
Okay. Wee dies.
And then he can't actually get. Oh, he has to dash. He's gonna get right next to it. Sword ready. Can't actually attack it. Anethra.
Yay! Okay. I'm gonna just. I'm gonna fall to my knees and I'm gonna grab Gurdok. And I am going to screw myself over, but it's because I love you, buddy.
Oh, over. Got it.
Screw myself over. Okay. First
She's not gonna turn me
thing.
right now.
First thing that I am going to do.
Turning into a werewolf.
You're not turning into one. You were just cursed, right? Or is it
I'm trying to think.
He's gonna be turning on his turn.
I know. I'm trying to think.
That
of
only have on full moons.
No, but like, I think he's still. Hold on, let me double check. But I'm pretty sure you like still immediately start turning.
I mean, it's your world. Your
Like, I mean, I guess, but then he doesn't like go berserk.
I know.
Let me
I'm
just
trying-
double check because you
Well,
might
I'm
be
trying
right.
to think because I have purify food and disease.
No, you can't. It's a curse.
And he's not food.
Speak for yourself, bruh. He's a snack.
It's a snack. back.
You don't know what we've been up to.
I hope not to know.
Plus, he still has the pie on his beard.
Yeah. So like, literally,
Bye on your
heal the pie on my beard.
Okay, no, you're right. It doesn't look like the transform.
Which means maybe we don't even know that you're cursed.
I mean, he would be
I
able to
wouldn't even
tell.
know.
He would have some kind of like venom or something going through his veins.
I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
he
think, because
probably
if
All my
I
veins are
do,
gray. Wait.
What?
if
That's
I
probably
do
fine.
cleansing void, that literally
That's
just gives
already
him
great.
health.
Well,
back.
yeah, you get him back up so he's not doing death saving throws. Because he's still dead. Or
I
dying.
know, but I'm gonna be evil. I'm gonna kill
No,
me.
he's not. He's not turning.
Only one
it's
way to
not-
The only reason they turned immediately in the first session was because it was a full moon. It's only been a week since then, so it's definitely not a full moon again.
Just
But
my
I'm
words
so I'm assuming that Kaylin can either do something or.
Yeah, he can do it later. He has time.
Okay.
You just
Then
need to
I'm
get
just
him up.
I'm just gonna grab you by the tits.
I'd be like,
You gotta twist him.
Wake up!
Just like,
no! Get up!
Okay, so verbal, and I am going to cast cleansing void.
And you get him
You're just like,
He's biting his lip. Oh my god, just like.
Oh, what did Hawkeye do, by the way? I forgot again.
oh shit, yeah.
Just same thing on
You
the...
get
Wait, can I-
11 hit points back.
Shit. Can I even control him right now? Because I'm down.
I assume he might be doing the same thing as.
Yeah, he would probably be a no to just like... Like, he sees you go down and probably still goes down to help and distract.
Well, because when you go down, when he goes down, like hockey can kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah,
do his own thing.
pretty sure. We'll look it up after.
I'd give you
Yeah,
a
it's
titty
just about
twist, and then something happens.
So yeah, we'll say Hawkeye does the help thing on it or whatever. And then... Kalen's turn.
You get up and your nipples are just like.
Rock hard.
Uh...
Just waiting for Kyle.
Does not see you go down.
Who doesn't see
Kaylin doesn't see you go down.
He's going to decide which one to go to. Goes to this
You
one.
can tell him later.
I'm just gonna wake you up and just go, help!
Wake me up.
Kalen's going over here.
Wait.
Kalen's going over to number one.
Wake me up inside. Hello.
Mr. Obama.
Hello, Mr. Obama.
What?
Mr. Obama.
And that one's dead.
back? Yeah. Wait, what did Kaylin even do?
Yeah.
He has a sword.
He
No,
went
he
like
just-
this.
Just run up the butt and just split it in half.
Tore him completely.
No, your turn.
Okay. So, I was going to go for this one, but seeing that one's hurting my friends,
Yes.
I'm going to Zephyr Strike. Flame Arrow. At this mofo.
Yuck!
Which
I'm
one?
going to give myself advantage on that one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see the flame
That's a
arrow.
good
Oh
six.
yeah, yeah,
Thank
they
you,
do.
Bill.
They do. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, then you
I mean, it's like
trying to
a
keep it
26 to hit.
that actually misses.
Oh, wait, what did you roll?
26, and I don't get this die. I do get
Just
this.
stand up before.
Don't see too
All the ones over there leave out that door.
I'm going to reroll this one.
The ones over in the corner where the werewolf 2 is. All of those leave except for the one that's down. Including the one that was with him, the girl, Eleanor. She just straight up fucking leaves.
Oh wow.
17 total damage.
Yep.
With that mofo.
Nice. He's taking the least damage.
Because of me.
Kill me!
Okay,
Moving the
Grudok, you're
temple
up.
to me.
And you have advantage on the attack if you attack it. So.
I will be.
Which means you do get sneak attack.
You said I get advantage?
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's 10 plus 6.
Yep. So you hit and you have a sneak attack.
So I do
3d6.
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 3, 2,
He was like, I do 3d6. No, you do 3d6.
I thought he said 3, 2d6. I'm like,
What?
That's gonna be 14 damage for that.
Have they already taken their like half health thing?
That one has not.
Oh no.
So that one strikes down at you.
Oh no.
Wait, it's attacking me
It
now?
attacks him or it attacks me?
No, you're not in front. You're not next to him.
I can't do my bonus.
You can. He's still attacking you though.
it doesn't change. It doesn't change.
Well, what's your AC? Oh, your AC is 15, so
yeah.
yeah, it does still attack you.
How many points you got? 5?
11.
I only gave him 11 back.
It's
Do
so
better.
We'll do better, yeah.
You take 10.
Oh.
Damage.
And our curse.
What do you do in your bonus
double
section? How much?
30.
But yeah, he's going to use his bonus action to attack.
Yes.
It's like, the reason I still did the damage is because your bonus action can't kill it. So,
I wouldn't.
so if I killed it, I wouldn't have done my attack streak.
Okay, and then I already rolled. It's going to be a 23.
Wonderful.
Do I?
So it's no, it's just the 1d6.
Okay.
Because it's not any modifier as well. But it's still 1d6.
Two.
It's still something. It's still something.
You're leaning over. I believe in you.
I mean, he did just hit me, so
You don't 9.
I know they are
before,
I'm
how
at
much-
1 health right
Again, your turn.
How much did you open with another attack?
14.
Real quick,
So
I'm
16
gonna.
total.
Well, it counts as an action if I look through the wolf.
Oh, I used another
You have
arrow
to use
too.
your turn to.
In that case, I'll just go over to Nethra and what's his face, Gruda.
Yep.
So I can go 1, 2,
Oh!
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh shit.
That's 30 feet.
Yeah, he can move 8.
Can I move here? Because I haven't taken my diagonal yet.
No,
Yeah.
you did.
Oh, yeah, I
you
did?
You took your diagonal.
Oh, I did. So
But, yeah,
actually, I can
you can't get close enough. But
I like.
Wait, sorry, what's this mofo's name?
Gareth, Haywood.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh, actually, can I change it a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was. So 1, 2.
Here.
No, I was here. Because I was in front of the werewolf. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just there. First off, I'll yell to or. Or should I yell at you?
Probably
Well,
should.
Let's be like, Lady Nethra, do you need protection? I'll like kind of like hint towards the shield. And I don't know, she can respond.
I want to remind you of something. You have Step of the Wind, which means you can use a bonus action to dash.
I do have it?
Yeah.
I thought that was a later thing.
No, you have it. It's one of your buttons. So you can't use your Flurry of Blades, but you can still get right up next to it and attack with your katana. Yeah.
That should just be enough. How many?
Yeah, that would be enough. You'll be right next to it. Yeah, 100%.
And then I'll kind of.
Because you have an extra 8 squares of movement. Then.
Okay. Then I'll, turn to you and be like, do you want your shield?
These are it. Why your shield? There's like a werewolf.
There's your shield.
He's doing it in like a fast combat manner, but he's still asking.
He just stands
Do you
next to
want your
your
shield,
shield.
my lady?
I'm just gonna.
Grodok is my shield.
Well, like, Grudok is hurt, obviously, it's like 1 hit point. So I'm gonna be like, just kill it!
Jesus.
Jesus, lady!
And then I'll do,
Don't forget, you don't need to use it, but you also have crippling strike and stuff as well. Just because you're only going to be able to get 1 attack, I just want to make sure you make the most of them.
Any other secret bonuses that you have?
I'm
So
helping people with that stuff that they forget.
I'm a little rusty. Yeah,
Didn't forget
katana attack.
Oh,
That is a total of 25.
This is my
to hit.
Yeah.
Which is 21 damage.
It was 25 damage. It was a natural 20 to hit, and then 25 damage.
I have not yet
So
hit with
15.
a natural 20.
That is 9 damage plus 4. 13, 9 damage. And then. Yeah, I'll do. Maybe it might work, but yeah, I'll do crippling strike on him and blind him.
Nice.
Let's see if we
So what's the save again?
save is.
It fails whatever the save is.
It's a 12.
So it's blinded, is that what you said?
Yeah, blind. So can't see.
So it has disadvantage on attacks. And I think it has, everyone else has advantage or something?
Yeah.
I want to say that.
Yeah. Okay. Werewolf 1 is down, 2 is there.
Wait, is that one dead?
That one Was dead, right?
Or-
Yeah, that one's dead now.
Is it dead though, or is it just like unconscious?
It was reduced to 0.
I don't like the way he says that.
Then it's
Wanna-
just dead.
I mean, because like I shouted to keep them alive if possible.
Isn't there still one?
There's those two.
Yeah, there's still 2, but
So we can.
But they might not.
I'm just noting who's not.
Well, I mean, in that case, if we don't know if he's gonna keep him alive, we can keep this one alive. Us.
How loud did you shout it? Because it is a
I would
massive-
have shouted to. Like,
Okay.
like, at least for my friends over here to
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
So
That one's dead. That one's going to attack. That was going to attack the body to just make sure it's dead. Shit. I can.
That's fucked up.
wait, this guy's attacking this body.
No. 2.
This guy.
Oh.
So he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
That was targeted.
That was Eleanor's boyfriend, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not.
Eleanor's
Duracell.
Duracell. Durafuel. And then this one is gonna turn to you.
Can.
You've been doing damage to it. It's not
I
unexpected.
just say it out loud. Oh, thank God.
and then it turns
Kill
back
him!
to you. It turns back to you because it.
Just like
What?
chucks
Was it a nat 20?
Well, but it gets disadvantage, right? Or
It does. You're right.
Why does it get
because
disadvantage?
it's
It's
blinded.
You're right. You're right. You're very lucky.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Which means both of its attacks miss. It just
Oh!
tries to bite at you, tries to swing at you. Doesn't
Usually.
work.
Lucky
He's just like,
And as a reaction, can I like whip it
Bad.
stop it!
Spray bottle. Bad boy, bad boy.
Hayward's turn. He's over here.
Ashraf is dead.
Ashraf is dead.
Melissa's not though.
She's close.
He actually like moves to Melissa. He's like, "Are you a clay? Melissa? Are you a clay?"
Are you a clay pigeon?
And she's catatonic.
She's clay.
She's clay.
She's clay!
Layla is going to attack this one.
It's not lycanthropy, it's clayantropy.
Like clay.
Why clay?
Like land for me.
Oh no, because lycanthropy is lichen, so werewolf. But then wouldn't it be clayantropy?
We're thinking too hard about
But
this.
it's also a
I
werewolf
think we're harding,
situation.
or harding enough.
That one takes 13,
Is it fucking dead?
which means it's below half, so it strikes down at her.
Oh.
Good.
And she hits. And she passes.
Just want her to die.
Yeah.
She takes 4.
I
She
want
gets
my
to be
husband's
hot.
fictional mistress gone.
She's not even a mistress.
We don't know that. We don't know much about
We don't know their history.
Yeah.
I don't know why he had to put so much detail into what she looked like.
I was like, I'm going to make a memorable character introduction. There's just bitterness the whole time.
I can't believe he's having an affair.
It's on here first, folks.
Roderick is here. He's...
Useless.
What? He fucking did more damage than you did.
I am a noble.
And she's been healing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Not that they can see that.
Yeah.
Secretly.
Wink, 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 wink.
He's gonna dash over here, so move him 12 this way.
Keep him the F away from our werewolf.
12.
I'm gonna shoot him in the
3,
foot.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
This is Roderick, you said?
9.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't trust Roderick either. If I
He's
don't
gonna
trust
go in and
Hayward-
just.
Yeah. Keep him the F away.
It's an our werewolf, man. Get your own.
What's that?
Is he gonna take time?
Oh yeah, he gets to that. Oh wait, no. You're right. Oh.
12.
Yeah, no, you're right. He doesn't.
Jeez. Come on, you're the DM. You're supposed to know these things. I'm not supposed to help you.
Come on, GM.
But he can't attack now. He
Lionel,
sounds a wild
over
person.
here. He's gonna attack that werewolf.
Oh my. And
He crits.
Oh yeah, it was my heart.
That one is dead.
This one?
Yep.
finally.
Did 29 damage to it. And you can, I mean, you guys can't really see it. Layla can see it. He is pissed off. Like, very happy to be killing a werewolf. He is not happy
I mean,
at all.
the werewolf killed his father, potentially.
Yeah.
We might want
He
to
looks-
keep this one away from him if we keep him
I'm keeping him away from everyone.
He's doing it aggressively as he does it.
So, like-
That's how the crit manifests. Is he's just like fucking raging at it. Not actually raging, but raging at it. An Ethra.
Do something.
Do something!
I will when it's my turn!
I'm just gonna do the same thing, cleansing void. Cast it in my last spell slot. That is 1d8. So that is. You get 8 more.
Just don't get hit.
Kalen.
I still have like a little bit.
Point is that Misty Step is only 30 feet, right? Okay, he's gonna 30 feet this way and then move all the way to the werewolf so he can get that far.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And then he's gonna teleport to the werewolf.
So like,
Yes.
This guy's just fucking surrounded.
Kaylin heard the
What
thing,
the
right?
fuck?
Did you just nap?
I've rolled 3 crits this game! What the fuck?
Cheater.
Legit, I'm like, don't even know what the fuck is happening. I've never rolled crits.
Did Kaylin hear the message from Metal?
What? 13.
Get away from me.
It has 15 damage, 15 health left. He does 20 damage, but he's holding back.
Good.
He intentionally does like a crippling blow on its leg or something. And
Are they holding hands?
that's the end of combat, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Now kiss.
No, look, they're boys.
And he's on the ground.
Kissing.
He's on it.
I would like to,
And all you hear is Melissa crying. over
I'm going
her
to-
father.
just for the heck of it, I'm going to shoot an arrow right at Roderick's foot. Not at his foot, but like right in front of him, and be like, "We're done."
Okay.
So
Back
the
off.
werewolf is on the ground, right?
Yeah, he's not dead.
Can I like pick him up and kind of just have him over my shoulder?
The fuck? Can you do that?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
So he's
Well, he, like, if he's holding back, that means he would be doing, like, okay, he gets him to, like, 0 hit points. So he starts transforming technically, but he's not, like, I think, or is it just actual death? No, he's going to say a werewolf. So yeah, you pick up a werewolf.
cool.
I'm also going to be like dropping
Do an
down,
athletics check.
like heading that way.
Okay, I want to run, while they're doing this, I want to run over to Ashcroft and just like confirm that he is dead.
Yeah, you don't need to do anything.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna reach out and I'm gonna grab Melissa's hand.
That was a 10.
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
I'm reaching out and I'm grabbing Melissa's hand. Or I'm just gonna put my hand on her shoulder, one of the two.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give her... How many hit points does she have? Like, what is her...
I
she's
think
on-
she took 7 or something.
She took a bunch. She's like slightly better than a commoner in terms of health, so she's basically not doing
So if I
good.
gave her like 5,
Yeah, she'd be back up pretty good.
okay, I'm gonna give her 5 hit points.
Okay.
The second we can, I want to tie up this werewolf to like something.
So I'm guessing...
Yeah, once we've cleared everyone out.
Layla's probably gonna...
Just gonna hang around.
What are we seeing with like the dead werewolf bodies? Are we seeing anything?
Do we recognize them at all? Does she specifically or?
Before we do that, Layla is actually going to teleport away, so you can't see her.
Okay.
She's just gone. And then, so what was the question, sorry?
Do you recognize
Oh,
any of the down
Do we
wolves?
recognize any of the bodies or the bodies?
No, they just look
changing?
like common. Oh yeah, the ones that are dead, like, revert to human, and they just look like commoners.
Common or
That
That were
adults.
at the.
Yeah, yeah, adults.
They were already.
Yeah, they were just party goers, basically.
And none of them have.
Collars.
No, they don't.
Which means that this one will probably be a willing participant,
Yeah.
which means he'll probably have information.
Probably actually a part of Black Bane. Or a local girl.
Hey, we have our prisoner.
We have our
I was thinking
room.
about that too.
I was thinking about that when you guys were discussing it and didn't know combat was coming.
But yeah, we want to tie him up.
Yeah, you can. Someone has rope, I assume.
I have my thing of everything.
Yeah, you have your thing of everything. Yeah, you have rope. Tie him up.
So you're down here, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, I'm gonna start walking my way.
You know, like
over.
time to like a pillar or something. I don't know.
Oh, do I still need to get cured?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to call.
You might like.
Caitlin
You
for
just.
that.
Kaylin's right there. You can just tell him.
Bro, don't tell me. I'm
Bruh.
infected.
I'm infected. And he just. He like. Looks alarmed for a second and walks up to you and just puts his hand on you and uses.
I
Kills you a bit.
am going to look at Lord Hayward and Melissa because obviously I'm probably the only one that's like still trying to preserve like the nobility aspect of it, and I'm just gonna go. This is not something that you should see, my dear. We should leave. And I'm gonna kind of try to like get her up and try to get her to
Do a persuasion check.
persuasion.
I don't want to take the body with you.
12.
So she'll start listening to you. She'll be cautious about it, but she like doesn't want to leave the body. You can't carry it.
I'm gonna have what's his face? Pick it up.
Hayward
I don't think we should pick it up. I think at this point let's just.
Hayward kind of looks over at you with the werewolf and like gives a long look, and then he like turns and sees what you're doing and picks up the body and starts following wherever you go.
I'm gonna walk them.
Up to like his study or bedroom or something.
Yeah, just like get out. Like,
Yeah.
we leave. We done.
Find her like a safe room because this is her
This
mansion,
is her,
but
yeah,
also
her
like
mansion, her estate.
you don't want another attack.
It's definitely a mistake now.
Good thing that Will was there.
And so who's tying up? Are you guys holding down, tying
We're
up?
gonna tie him.
And all of a sudden, this guy is right next to you, about to stab it.
Oh,
So he comes over.
is that real fast? That's not real fast, is it?
No, that's Lionel Blackburn, who hates werewolves.
Oh!
I'm going to. If I see him, like, did he teleport here? Or did
No,
he
he's not teleporting. He's just
If I
like
see him approaching and I
he rolled 20 on stealth, so
Okay.
he's like just getting there quick, and you don't notice till he's there.
Assuming these people are over here with them tied up. Oh, hey!
Okay, I'm going to.
Put
So
your hand up
he's
this.
literally about to just come down with his sword on it. So yeah, you can decide what you're doing.
I'm going to like yell and like have my eyes like flare, and like I'm gonna like just with all the rage just say like, "You're not going to touch him," and I'm gonna like do
Burning hands?
burning hands.
Yes. Do you have to roll or is it a save?
It's a save that he has to do.
Do a intimidation check, maybe.
Fuck, I would have done my void form.
I was considering something else, but I decided not to. I think you know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about.
I was like, not quite. That's not
He
quite.
rolled. What kind of save was it?
Dexterity saving throw, I believe. Yeah.
He rolled 15.
And my save is 12, so he takes half damage.
Whatever it is.
Which will be. So that's 11, so 5 damage.
Okay. And roll an intimidation check. Maybe. As you're doing it.
Can I make a performance by chance?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 22.
And he like gets blown backwards by the flames, and he's kind of like on the ground for a second, and he stands up and he like shakes his head.
And like
Are you saying something as you
I'm
do
going
it?
to say like,
Yeah.
this is to end the entire conflict. Let us do our thing.
Can I start like dragging? Like,
Yeah, you can stop moving
walking
away.
away?
And he like is on the ground, like prone technically, but like he
And I'm
like
just
kind of
gonna be,
shakes
like,
it for a second,
Standing like just
and
like,
then stands up, and just
like there's like smoke coming off my body.
Oh!
Like, just, like, and, like my eyes are like flaring. Like
and he just looks at you, and then angrily stalks off away.
you know, put me in your sleep. I don't even care. Just kidding. I do care.
I'm a pixie.
You have the werewolf captive. Everyone's there. Roderick sees like what you guys are doing and kind of walks off after Hayward, just because it's his job technically to
Yeah.
be with him. But he's just making he followed you at first to make sure that you would like take care of it. And then what are you guys doing?
So-
The ball's over pretty much, but
Or do we want to interrogate him now? Wait, he's in werewolf form?
yeah, he's in werewolf.
Do we know how long it'll take for that to like wear off?
Until morning, right?
Probably till morning. Like,
He's not dead yet.
he's not dead. He's just unconscious. So when he becomes conscious again, he can revert.
But will he willingly do that though?
He might. It just might take a while for him to actually get to that point. Like an hour. Like it might take an hour. It might take 3 hours.
To like wake up, or you mean?
Well, he like got to 0 hit points basically.
Because I can heal him, but I don't know if like healing him. If he's tied up, whatever. We have nothing else to go on, so I'm gonna like cast Cure Wounds on him.
After tying him up.
Yeah, after tying him up. And yeah.
He's tied up, I assume we're like gathered around.
I'm assuming you guys are just gonna like hold down fort in the bottom,
Wait.
right?
Do werewolves count as beasts?
No.
Okay. Darn.
It. Yeah, it says human shape changer.
Okay.
So not technically that.
Anyway, so yeah, I'll heal him. He gets 4 hit points.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I need to check something. Where is it?
Breaks free, attacks us.
I like to see him try with 4 hit points.
Okay, no, yeah, he comes to consciousness slowly and starts growling at you. And he's like not doing good, obviously. But he's just snarling and growling.
How do we want to do this?
I'm sure he understands us. Let's tell him honestly. We know the people you're working for are causing harm, not just to the Empire, but to citizens here. We don't want that. We want a better world for everyone. And I don't know, I'm just going to try to like appease to him and be like, we need you to tell us what you know so we
Do
can
a
end.
persuasion check.
Nope, that's 12. Another nat 20.
How do I roll so many nat 20s? I've never rolled that. I've never rolled nat 20s. Sorry, you did a 12,
Yeah.
and he says, he growls, I'll never tell you anything.
Can I grab...
Then you'll let the children die.
He recognizes what you said. You see recognition in his eyes. And he says, it's all part of the plan.
Oh yeah, I wanna pull out the collar and kind of just hold it. I don't know, see if maybe. Well, no. I wanna grab the collar and basically threaten to put it on him, so he can like suffer through that. 'Cause I doubt I'll be able to control him. But like,
Oh, you want to put it on him?
no. I just want to grab it and just basically be like, if you don't speak, we will put this on you and you will suffer.
He looks terrified.
I want to.
Just immediately, as soon as you pull it out, he knows what it is and he's terrified.
Good.
I'm not in the room. I already left.
It's close to
No, I'm just gonna hold it and then have.
Because
Intimidating at all?
Kalen's watching, he does not have good intimidation. No.
I'm tempted. We're alone. It's just like us 4, or I guess us 4, plus the werewolf, right?
Are you actively seeing if anyone else is
I do want to look around to see
Okay,
if anyone.
do a perception check.
Gosh dang, why do I keep rolling this die? It's 8.
Do you have your...
I do have. I'm gonna.
Because, there's not going to be really anything
Yeah.
else today.
Okay, that's 17.
Okay.
it.
Can't see anyone in the room.
Wait, Layla.
She teleported out.
Well, I'm okay if Layla hears what I'm about to say.
Well, I know.
Well,
Teleport.
but she's on our side, though. It's not like unless
She got out just because she like was in combat as a noble.
I'm going to turn to Kaylin first and be like, do you trust me?
Of course. That's why we're here.
I'm going to like get like as close as I can safely get to the werewolf's like face and like whisper and say, we are also against the Empire, but what you're doing is wrong. We have a better plan and a better way.
Do a persuasion check.
Please. That's not good. That's a 10. Nope, that's a 12.
He believes you because his role was terrible.
and only because his role was.
Like you see his eyes light up for a second, and says, "You want to help us? You want to help us? You want to help us?"
Okay, Batman.
I'm going to say, I want to stop you and help you in a better way.
And then Black Fang will kill you.
Black
Kill him first.
Black Fang will try.
What was your
Ivan said
perception
the
roll?
same thing.
My perception? Oh, 17.
When he says Black Fang, you see his face just screw up in pain, like it's a instant migraine, and then his head explodes.
Wakefield.
Why?
Mage.
Oh, Wakefield.
Sydney Wakefield. She is a mage.
I don't know if I trust this.
Wife.
Dark elf.
Or Blackburn, because he has like a connection with Wakefields, you know what I mean? Like,
I
we
mean,
could have gotten...
Blackburn's.
I love that you just literally said, and then his head explodes, and none of us reacted. It was just like,
Yeah, it's the Monday.
Yeah.
just like,
Mondays.
yeah, that sounds like something that would happen.
My natural 20 was for a stealth roll. And so with your passive perception and your active perception, there was someone in this room.
And you just
Wait. So when
if this happens, you guys can like look around or whatever.
yeah, when his head exploded, like, did we hear like a spell? Like, was there a verbal component at all? Like,
Let me double check. What's somatic?
somatic
is
is
movement.
So you don't hear anything.
In that case,
You can all do perception checks if you want.
I'm gonna just shout, seal the exits.
well, as again,
You can do that.
I don't know if anyone's around to seal the exits, but
I think I took her up to a room.
Yeah, you're not there, so
So,
yeah.
as again, I'm gonna like basically zoom around the place and like, I guess basically just like zoom around, like go up the stairs and see if anyone's on the balcony.
How you doing? Everyone do
what
perception
was
checks.
the spell like? Did it like just like his head literally just exploded? There's no like light or like directional like.
It's just a somatic thing,
Okay, so
which tells you a lot. Honestly, I feel like it
That
tells you
is
a lot.
high
It's
level.
Doctor Strange.
Not necessarily high level. It's just
the type of
it's the type of magic that it was.
because I don't have any spell slots anymore.
Oh yeah, you're not in the room. Kalen walks up and looks at it and does detect magic, and he can see divination magic on his head. What was his head?
What remains?
Do any of you have Arcana proficiency, or is it just
No.
Nephra?
I doubt it.
Okay, in that case, let's see what Kalen gets. He says it was probably a psychic attack. Which is why his head screwed up in pain first. Specifically, 60 feet range.
Mind spike. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, did you guys do perception checks?
Oh no,
Yeah,
sorry.
I got 10.
I don't want to roll that die anymore. Oh, God. Gosh dang it! I can never roll higher than a 6 on perception. So that's a 10.
None of you notice anything.
Not even when I get
My
up
rolls
here,
have been
no
so
one's
bad.
up.
Wait, Kaylin can do a roll. And roll a natural one.
Oh my god.
So when I get up to the
All
top
your
of the
20s
stairs, do
right?
I see no one on the balcony then?
No, you don't see them. Everyone's like left the room. And most of the people have left the building entirely because they're
I'm caught up in that.
terrified and running away. They don't want to be there. What are you guys going to do?
Cry.
Be like, oh fuck.
Get bloody gut stuff on
There's nothing else we can do here, so I'm gonna go meet with Net and Melissa and try to comfort her.
I want to look around and see if I can see if maybe there's some sort of remnants of someone being there that could. Well, probably not because it was normal. Everyone was there.
I have high investigation.
You can try,
Investigate.
There's a bunch of dead bodies on the floor for one. But
Is there like blood maybe? Like
Let's
footsteps?
loot
Like,
people.
yeah, do an investigation check. There's no harm in it.
Yeah, I'll do investigation. See if
Oh
maybe.
shit. That was almost a 20. It's gonna be a 21.
15.
I don't know what you see. It's what I'm trying to figure out.
Are you patting people down and picking up cash?
Yeah, we can
Not a remote.
we can loot some people.
Loot.
I respect people.
I mean, yeah, you could loot the werewolves at the very least. They just
might
have
as well.
gold and stuff.
It
Let's do
just.
that.
You find
What do we know of
17 gold, and
Duracell?
18 silver.
No, he's dead.
Oh yeah, you do walk up to him, and I'm never going to call him anything but Duracell now because I can't remember his name.
Durell.
Duraphil.
His name is Duracell, but it's okay.
Like,
And he has like he has like a werewolf bite on him that's very infected, but he's dead.
but
so
we
it
don't. We
doesn't-
haven't heard anything about him before. We don't know anything.
No,
about
he's
him.
just a noble that was here and was attending the ball with Eleanor. A high elf, not bastard child, but child of his ex.
Wait, she's a high elf. Is she like half high elf, half dark elf, or is she adopted? Or I don't know.
No,
if that's how
she
genetics
he
work.
had a first wife.
Oh, his daughter.
Yeah, his
I
daughter.
thought it was her daughter.
No, sorry, it's his daughter
Okay.
From the first marriage.
from the first marriage, which you don't know.
Procastus is
Yeah, Professor, but you don't know any details about like how that came about or what happened there. Just that he had a daughter 27 years ago.
She's not dead, is she?
No.
She kept walking out and left him there.
So, I'm guessing she doesn't care as much. Or she was just fucking terrified.
I know he was a noble, so it could have been either.
She was a noble.
She was
too,
a noble. Oh wait, he was not.
They're going
He was
into
a high
each
noble.
other.
I'm gonna have to like pour over my notes. There's a connection here that I'm just not seeing.
Oh, that's fine. There's a couple of connections, but I think you're going to make those connections next session.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys going to? So you're going to go.
I'm
up to
gonna go
Net.
comfort.
Yeah.
Melissa.
Net and Net.
And Melissa. And Hayward.
At the bed. Hayward like puts the body on the bed. And
Do.
The little rose.
I'm going to assume you speak Elvish,
Yes, I do.
so I'm going to hope that Melissa does it, and I'm going to say that the werewolf that we interrogated is dead. Someone assassinated him. And he might know our purpose here.
I'm just gonna stay back and go, that's unfortunate.
both of you do perception checks.
Jesus Christ.
Why did I roll this die? Why did I roll this die?
12!
11. It's higher than a 6.
Lord Hayward just says, "I'm sorry that you lost your father. I wasn't his biggest fan, but he didn't deserve to die like that." And then Hayward walks out of the bedroom.
Oh, Hayward was there too. Okay.
Stop it! It.
Don't break my mini.
Trying to get to the point of ending and push me back. So what are you guys doing now? You comforting her? Are you gonna stay with her? Are you gonna?
I'll ask if she wants me to stay.
Who else is still in the manor? Like, has most of the nobility left,
Yeah, everyone's left except for like the staff that works here.
So like none of our big guys are here.
I'm
Except
assuming
for-
at this point, with how big the manor is, we could probably just find a bedroom and just.
She says, "Please."
I'll stay with her. Okay. I'll stay here.
Oh, I'm also going to stay here.
We could look for clues while we're scared away.
Well,
Yeah, so I figure us stay probably Kaylin and Rock and again peruse the manor.
Will you be okay by yourself?
I
Do you need Bo to stay with you? Caleb is awesome.
I can stay outside the door or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I can stay inside. Either way, whatever Melissa's comfortable with.
She doesn't have to care. She just wanders off to her bed next. Like she goes to a bedroom next door or whatever.
Okay.
Doesn't want to be in the same room. And she just
Okay.
kind of like crawls up on the bed and hugs her legs.
Okay,
In
I'm
that
gonna-
case, I'm going to spend the 4 hours that I'm going to be conscious during the long rest. I'm going to spend just outside her door, just guarding it. And if you want to swap with me, when like
I'm okay because
you're not going to take a long rest though. I got all. You don't have to. I'm just.
I mean I'll probably take a short rest.
Well, like if he does first watch, you can sleep while she's is awake and falls to sleep.
Well, I figured I was
You have
probably
spell
just,
slots, right, that you've used.
Yeah, well, I figured I was just gonna like sit next to her and just kind of like be
Oh
sitting
yeah,
and
and then
just,
both fall asleep kind of thing.
yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Because I just like at this point I'm like I feel like a mother
Yeah.
and want to be more mothering to her.
I'm just on like high alert.
Kaylin looks at you and says, "I'm entrusting her to you, keeping up appearances, just in case."
Yeah. Anyone's seen.
Yeah. We will return to the manor for now. We need to get some rest. You look like shit.
You look like shit.
We'll meet you tomorrow.
We will come back here first thing in the
Oh,
morning.
because this is the morning.
Yeah. We'll be back first thing in the morning.
Not that we're gonna gain much from a dead body.
You say. No.
No, I don't say it in earshot of Melissa for sure.
We need to discuss if we learned anything. We'll return in the morning and get some rest. I need to meet up with Layla. And that's where we'll end the session.